Yo, yo,
Kap Leone, how you doing, man?
what's good, brother? How you doing?
Doing pretty well. Welcome to the show. I know it's been a long time coming.
You telling me, right? Kept up with the schedule and shit. What's going on with you, bro?
Not much. How's your night going?
All right, over here trying to get these beats all situated, working on a new project. You know me, always working, man.
You're in the studio right now?
Nah, I'm at my spot. I'm just, on the laptop, hooking up some shit.
I'm looking forward to the new deluxe that you got dropping this Friday, Overtime Deluxe. I want everyone that's tuned in right now, go support Kap Leone, South Norwalk's finest. He's putting CT on the map here. There's been a lot of dope MCs out here, but I truly believe in what you're doing from what I've heard from your content, especially off of SoundCloud.
Appreciate it.
Next up, I stamped you. I've been supporting you for years up at St. John's University. And just to get in a little quick backstory about myself, I'm from South Norwalk.
That's crazy, bro. I did not even.
I'm from Townhouse.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Damn, bro, you right around the corner then.
Yeah, I'm from Townhouse. I don't live there anymore, but I grew up there. I moved a few years ago.
Okay. That's dope. So you already know, you know what I mean? Like hometown love right there.
Yeah, I'm from South Norwalk, and that's my home. That's always going to be my home. I know a lot of the rappers from Norwalk and South Norwalk. Joe Grits was one that I knew, was very familiar with at the time.
He's been doing it for a minute.
Yeah, he's been doing it for a while, and just the platform that I have with my college radio show, been interviewing big artists, independent artists. I really want to put you guys on the map, especially that I'm from Connecticut. I had Annoyed on my show a few months ago.
Yeah, he dope. Yep.
FNX, yep. Annoyed is crazy. FNX was on my show a while back. He's been doing his thing. I've been in touch with you. Omar Wilson's also from Norwalk. I had him on my show, I think like 2 years ago. Yeah, he signed to the same label as you, BSE.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to get into the backstory of you becoming a rapper. How old were you when you really started becoming interested in wanting to do this as a living?
Shit, like I keep it real with you. Like I always had, interest in it, but my thing was, sports, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? That's the way me and my, peoples came up playing sports or whatever. But I always kind of been interested in it ever since I was young, but I never thought I could really do it. You know what I'm saying? And I used to always have people around me, you know what I'm saying? Especially my cousins, a couple of my, my G's or whatever, like, yo, let's write, let's rap. Let's do it. I'm like, nah, I'm straight. You know what I mean? I'm about to go pick up a ball, go dribble. You know what I mean? That was buy a, cup of tea or whatever. But then it was crazy. I got like suspended from school or something like that. You know what I mean? And I was just bored as fuck, like, you know what I mean? And then I hit up one of my boys, hit up my cousin. They came through. We just started rhyming. I was probably like 16, 17 at the
time. When you went to high school, did you go to Norwalk High or Brian McNair?
No, I was at McMahon.
You were McMahon?
Mm-hmm.
How'd you like it there?
It was straight, you know what I mean? Like, we was real, how would you say it? Mixed up, like, you know what I'm saying? You had every race there, like, you know what I'm saying? So I thought that was real dope about it, like, you know what I'm saying? I had some of my best friends was Jamaican, Italian, this type of European, Colombian, you know what I'm saying? So like my clique was real, however you want to say it, like, you know what I mean, integrated or whatever. It was dope, like, you know what I mean? And I think we need more of that, especially in these times.
Yeah, I think we do. It's been a crazy day. It's just you've probably been watching on the news, everything with Capitol Hill, the domestic terrorists taking over.
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy, man. Like, you know what I mean? I don't really know, what we could do about it. And I don't got all the answers, but, just being a decent human being, for one, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. There's a lot of shit that we could do, and I hope that, we're going to do in the future.
Yeah. When Joe Biden won the election, I saw you took to your Instagram and you posted a picture of him.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Him and Kamala, however you want to pronounce her name, everybody got their own pronunciation. Sorry. But yeah, man, I was real, happy about that. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he's a picture perfect candidate, you know what I mean? But it's better than, what we have for the past 4 years or whatever.
Yeah, it is better. It was a great day. It was a great day because if Trump was reelected, I think the country was really going to be a failure at that point.
I mean, yeah, we already, we went this shit already, you know what I mean? So we just keep digging deeper in this shit, you know what I mean? To who knows, next 4 years, maybe we weren't going to be able to get up out of it. But, hopefully this dude, take a hold on shit and start getting us right.
Yeah. Did you play sports at McMahon? You played basketball?
Yeah, I played basketball. Like, I tried football and shit like that. I mean, I'm a little too skinny at the time, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, ball, that's always been young. Number one for me. I used to play baseball when I was real young, and my pops used to play AAA. He got drafted 1987 to the Expo. So
I saw the rookie card on your Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah. He been back in the day. He been doing his thing. You know what I mean? He played ball over at Cleveland State. Went to the Sweet 16 in like 1986 or something like that, 1985. So it's kind of in my DNA or whatever like that.
It was in your blood. What position were you when you played basketball for McMahon?
I mean, I no more than 5'10", 5'11", so
Point guard?
Nah, not even necessarily. Like, especially back then, we didn't really have too many, the kids today are fucking trees.
Yeah.
Like, so we ain't really had too many big people back then, you know what I mean? But I was like a 3, played, so I could, I played 1 through 4 really, you know what I mean? I could jump real high, like everybody used to always say. I used to be dunking and shit, you know what I mean? So they used to put me, with the 4s and the 3s, and I used to go out there and bang and bring a lot of energy to the game.
Who's your team for the NBA?
I mean, I really don't really got, a specific team. Everybody knows I like LeBron, you know what I mean? So wherever he goes,
You're rocking with the Lakers right now.
Yeah, right now I'm rocking with the Lakers, you know what I'm saying? But I don't really want to stamp an official Lakers fan, you know what I mean? Because you know how people get when it comes to sports. Oh, you're not a real fan, bandwagoner, all that type of shit. So I'm going to just say I'm a LeBron fan.
What's crazy is when I hear it in your songs, I read it in the article from the Arc Hour, people say that you look like Kyrie Irving.
Yo, to this day, man, like literally, like I went to get my haircut, like what was like a week and a half ago, like the day before Christmas or something like that. And the dude was like, cut my hair, whatever. He like, yo, anybody ever tell you look like Kyrie Irving? I was like, my nigga, like I hear that shit every day, bro. Like, I was at the Jay-Z concert. I forgot where we was at. I forgot what arena we was at. Nassau Coliseum or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot where we was at.
I think isn't that in Jersey?
Isn't it close to Jersey?
It's either in Long Island or Jersey.
I think it's in Long Island.
Yeah, Long Island.
Yeah, it's in Long Island. And yeah, some chick and her boyfriend ran up on me. You know what I mean? The boy was like, "Yo, look, babe, it's Kyrie Irving." Like it was just fool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. I be getting that shit all the time, bro.
Yeah. I mean, reading that article, I read it a few years ago. I came across it in the paper, and there you were. You signed your first deal. How did it feel to sign that deal?
I mean, it was dope. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say, like underplay or whatever, like, because that was something that I always really wanted to do, especially since I started doing music or whatever. I don't know. It was dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a type of person, you know what I'm saying? Like, once I do this, now it's time to do this. Like, you know what I mean? So once I did that, it was like, all right, cool, I did that. But, you know what I mean? I'm still not really satisfied. Like, you know what I mean? I want to get that #1 album or that #1 hit record. You know what I'm saying? So, see, an average person would be like, oh, I'm going to post this every day. You know what I mean? To me, it was like, all right, cool, I did this. Now I got that behind me. Now let's get to the real shit. You know what I mean? So I'm still like not even really like satisfied with whatever's going on. You know what I mean? I'm really trying to do it. You know what I mean?
I think it's good to never be satisfied because you keep working to whatever your next goal is. And my next question for you is, being an MC from Connecticut, how can we really get seen out here in the music scene?
I mean, honestly, everybody gonna have their own opinion about it. You know what I mean? So my take on it, and especially, just seeing everybody doing music out here within the last 10 years, 11, 12 years, give or take, just be yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like keep it 100 at that. Just really just be yourself. Don't try to sound like him. Don't try to. I think we really don't have our, our own sound. If you go anywhere else, like, you know what I mean? Like literally like any state, some states even have multiple. Like, you know what I mean? If you go to San Antonio, they got a different sound than over here in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Or if you go to Buffalo, they got a different sound in Harlem, or Harlem got a different sound in Brooklyn. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and you can just automatically tell. Well, I know probably for, you know, people into the music like you know what I mean, like me or whatever. You know what I mean? Just whatever, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, you definitely could tell, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's just, I think everybody just be themselves, like I said, like, you know what I mean? Let the music speak for themselves, and hopefully people, you know, just won't be pointing at it, be like, oh, he's sounding like he from New York, or he sounding like he from Boston, or he sounding like, you know, I don't know, man. It's just, that's my opinion on it. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe we could, you know, get our own sound, and maybe that would attract different states or different listeners, or gain different fans, and I don't know.
Do you feel as though, being from Connecticut, that we get the backing from our hometowns where we're from compared to other places like New York, where New York, you get a lot of support? Do you feel as though Connecticut offers that support?
Nah, and I don't really think so, because they never really seen somebody do it. You know what I mean? So to them, it's like, I think they really view it as like what am I really supporting? You know what I mean? Like, what did you really do? You know what I'm saying? A lot of those people that get those backing, you know, that backing from their own cities or whatever, they got hit records, and, you know, they got like a lot of history or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, even if you just hear the word Brooklyn, 30% of the people in the world, you're gonna think Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Like, or that's where Biggie was from, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, so they got a lot of history and shit like that. And I don't know, like, we really don't have anything like in Connecticut. Like, we have like the casinos, you know what I mean? So
and we got the mall.
We got the mall, you know what I'm saying? There ain't really too much going on, you know what I mean? So I think people just look at that, you know, and then they might think of it as, you know, suburbs, and, you know, it ain't no hoods out here. So you know how that go, you know what I mean? But it's a hood everywhere, you know what I mean, if you ask me. And from where I've been, you know what I mean, I done seen a lot of different hoods and different places you wouldn't even really think that there was a hood at, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, you know what I mean? Just a lot of that going on out here.
It's so rare to hear a Connecticut rapper, a Connecticut musician at that much in the mainstream or the spotlight. Chris Webby was one of them. Annoyed is making noise.
Yeah.
But besides that, you really don't hear it, and that's what I'm here for. I'm stamping you, because there's older rappers out there from Connecticut that haven't popped off yet. Now, you can disprove my point and look at what Griselda did. Age doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can make it at any age you want to. But
absolutely,
with you, I feel as though you attract a certain demographic. Because I saw the post that you posted when you posted your article. You have a lot of youth behind you.
Yeah.
And I think you need to be that figure for Connecticut, for other kids to get inspired by you and follow in your footsteps, to really build a movement for Connecticut, because Connecticut needs a movement. Connecticut, when I listen to Connecticut's music, they always keep it authentic. Every rapper that I know from Connecticut, I can't name one mumble rapper from Connecticut. I can't do that. Every artist that I know from Connecticut is lyrical and authentic, poetic, and they keep it like that 90s hip hop that you hear coming out of New York.
Nah, it's definitely a lot of that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't stamp and say every single, you know what I mean? Because obviously, you know what I mean, I done heard some shit. I'd be like, all right, whatever. But, you know what I mean? Nah, most definitely, though. You know what I mean? We have a lot of talent out here, like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. Like we don't, like you said, we don't got that backing for one. You know what I mean? People, we right there in the middle. You know what I mean? New Jersey got they sound, and, you know what I mean, their style, way they do things. And, you know, New York got 6, 7, 8 different, you know what I mean, ones. So you go figure, you know what I mean? And we got Massachusetts, Boston right there. They got their own thing. And then we just right there in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's weird. Like, you know what I mean? Like we got Philly right there. They got their own thing. It's like literally every other city like that you could think of has their own thing going. Shit, I don't even know. New Hampshire might got their own thing going. You know what I mean? Like, come on. But I don't know. It's weird, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like we just gotta get that shit popping. Like, you know what I mean? Or like, I don't know. Maybe the support just not there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe just everybody trying to be the one. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. You know how it go, like, you know what I mean? Especially if you go OT, you know what I mean? A lot of these artists, you know, or they rappers or whatever, you know what I mean? They big homies, you know what I mean? And shit like that. They put in, you know what I mean? They put up a lot of money, you know what I mean, towards these kids and towards these artists or whatever. And, you know, that helped them get on too. And you really don't got none of that going on out here. I'm not going to say you don't have none of it because there's probably motherfuckers that be doing that, you know what I mean? And salute and respect to them, you know what I mean? But we need more of it, you know what I mean?
There's no excuse for the New York radio stations to branch out and reach out to artists from Connecticut, and that's what I'm here to do because that's my job is to really, well, my dream job is to really get into the hip hop radio scene, sports radio scene, and branch out to the Connecticut hip hop artists. And what you'd be on the forefront. If I got a show on a big radio station, I'm bringing you up
I would
because
that shit sport.
you know that I'd bring you up there. There's no excuse when I turn on a New York hip hop station, I hear a song that doesn't even sound like that area. When you know what I'm talking about, you hear some Atlanta trap song on there and it's all mumbling. And I'm critical of that stuff because I like catering to the tri-state area from when you're a local radio station. Even if you're Hot 97, you're paid to play this. Yeah, you could play that too, but you can also throw in your local artists, give artists opportunities. And something that I posted on my Instagram today, I'm going to be giving independent artists opportunities more on my show because I feel as though the major New York radio stations don't do that anymore. Back in the day, the DJs are supposed to break records. They're not supposed to get paid to break records.
It's crazy how it change up, bro. Like, I'm saying, I talk about that all the time, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I know, you know, when the shows was a thing, you know what I mean? Especially back in the day, if I'm not mistaken, they used to get paid to do shows, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Nowadays, you gotta pay to do the show, like, you know what I mean? Just to open up for somebody and it be crazy amount of bread, like, you know what I mean? It's crazy, bro. You know what I mean? It's all about this nowadays. It's not even about, you know what I mean, the music no more.
And that's what's lost. You don't hear about it. You don't hear any content, any meaningfulness, messages in the songs. You don't hear anything. And there's no music out there. I shouldn't say there's no, but there's hardly no music out there that people can relate to. And something that I talked to artists during the quarantine and COVID pandemic right now is that they were listening to music that they could relate to.
I mean, honestly, man, I listen to so much music. You know what I mean? Like, if I was to scroll down my playlist right now and show you, you'd be like, God damn, like you listen to literally everybody. Like, but the artists I mostly can relate to, man, like, as far as my work, like it gotta be like right now, like gotta be like the Griselda niggas and shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? The whole Trust Gang, you know what I mean? 38 Special, and they're nuts. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to them. Like, you know what I mean? That shit right there, man. I'm a huge LOX fan, like, you know what I mean? Obviously, you know what I mean?
Jadakiss, Styles P, Sheik.
Come on, man. Especially Sheik, too. They always try to leave Sheik out. Like,
yeah, they leave Sheik out. Beast Mode 4 was a fire mixtape.
Come on, man. Come on. All those Sheik projects, I fuck with Sheik real hard, man. You know what I mean? But, yeah, man, they kind of remind me of the new school, you know what I mean? LOX or whatever, like, you know what I mean? Man, they just hard, bro. They really crazy. I listen to everything. I got a real ear for everything, bro. Like, I listen to, I even that Atlanta, you know, mumble shit. Like, I be on that shit, bro. Like, I fuck with Doug. I like Gunna. I like Lil Baby, of course. Playboy Cardi. It's something about it. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's not even the lyrics. It's just more so like the sound. You know what I'm saying? Like Gunna, he got I forgot what the album was called. I think it's like Dribble Drown 2.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of, you know, the instrumentals are just, it's guitars and, you know what I mean? Like, it's music, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not even just about the lyrics, like, you know what I'm saying? So I listen to everything, bro. You know what I mean? Like, but the most I could probably relate to is probably like the Griselda dudes. They on a whole different level.
They are. Dave East too.
Yeah, I fuck with Dave. Like, yeah, when he first came out, like, I don't know, like, you know, it take everybody time to grow. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody know once they get to they, you know what I'm saying? All right, now I feel comfortable, you know what I'm saying, spitting and, you know, doing. I think for him, he kind of had like not an issue, but he was still like, you know, growing as an artist or whatever like that. And I don't know. At first, I ain't saying I wasn't really kind of feeling him, but like I just seen him grow. Like, you know what I mean? He definitely grew. Like in his last project, that deluxe version for was it Karma 2, Karma 3 or something
Karma
like that?
3, yep.
Karma 3, fire. I fuck with that.
That's another MC out there. Mm-hmm. That's another good one though.
Yeah, definitely shout out to him, bro.
When we look at Connecticut, we got to put Cat first. We got to put Cat first out here right now.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, I mean, I just always give due to, you know, the people that, you know, make it possible. You know what I'm saying? For me to even be in that position, you know what I mean? Like I got a lot of respect for, you know, all the artists, past artists, current artists, future artists. You know what I mean? So it's always salute to them.
Yeah. Who are some? You mentioned the Locks before, LOX. Who are some of the other artists that you looked up to growing up?
Oh man, without a question, Lil Wayne. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was my, for real, without question. Like he actually probably the reason why I do majority of the things I do, which kind of sound weird. Like, you know what I mean? Like he, you know, wanted to smoke weed and, you know, get tats and do music and, you know what I mean? All types of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was never really too big on the drugs or whatever. Like I tried lean before, and, you know, but he was the reason why I wanted to try lean. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, like definitely Lil Wayne, man. You ask anybody about me in Norwalk, you know what I'm saying? That's all I used to bump in high school, was like Lil Wayne and Jay-Z. But Jay-Z, that was my favorite rapper since back in the day when I was, you know, a young boy or whatever. You know what I mean? I think I bought like every Jay-Z album that ever came out, like the actual hard copy. Starting when I was young, you know what I mean? Like the cassette tapes and all that shit. Like I think I had Volume 2 on cassette. Bought it in New York. I remember it, like, you know what I mean, going to the city with my peoples and shit, and I was probably like 7, 8 years old. You know what I mean? Crazy. But yeah, Jay-Z. Probably my top 5. I ain't gonna say dead or alive, but you know, live, dead has to be like Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, Nas, Styles P and Jadakiss.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, LOX really inspired you. You got Styles and Jada in the top 5.
Yeah, it's crazy, like, because I fuck with X too. Like, I can't forget X, like, you know,
DMX.
One of the craziest years, 1998. You know what I mean?
He dropped 2 albums.
Number ones. You know what I mean? A matter of like 6, 7 months or something like that.
Yep.
It was crazy, you know what I mean?
Flesh of My Flesh and Blood of My Blood is my favorite by Hid.
What's that?
Flesh of My Flesh and Blood of My Blood is my favorite one by DMX.
Oof. So hard, bro. Everything about them shit. You know what I mean? And the third one too, I forgot what it was called. And it was X or something.
And then it was that, yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy too. I fucked with that. I think that was more commercial, like, you know what I mean?
That's the thing that's where it gets tricky in hip hop. Is when it gets commercial, because Nas even was criticized for getting commercial.
Who's that?
Nas, the thing about hip hop that gets tricky that I notice is when people start get critical of it is when it's commercialized. Because when Nas did Hate Me Now, he received a lot of criticism for that record.
Yeah, I remember that. That's facts. He definitely did. Nobody was real. Yo, that's a dope ass song. You ask me.
Yeah.
Like, I went to the Bad Boy reunion. It was like 2016 or something like that. And Nas was a special, you know, guest. Him, Jay-Z was a special guest. Busta Rhymes. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Him and Diddy came out crazy furs. You know what I'm saying? These shits was probably like, yo, they were dragging for like 15, 20 feet. Like, you know what I'm saying? These 2 black furs, bro. And they just came out to that song. And the whole arena was just rocking. You know what I mean? So for him to get criticized for that song, what, 99 maybe, about 21 years ago, right? Like,
yep,
crazy, because I went to that concert about 4 or 5 years ago. That shit was crazy. You know what I mean? Everybody in that shit was rocking. Like, I wish I had the footage. I'll show you the damn footage.
Where all those critics are at today, I bet you they'd be praying for a song like that right now.
That shit was 2K and all types of Maddens and, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Still off that shit. Come on, man.
What do you think is the best Lil Wayne album as a big Lil Wayne fan?
Carter 2. No
Carter
doubt.
2.
No doubt. That was like the first, besides, that was right. Man, I can't even get my words correct. That album is what it was, man. Like, I remember going to school each morning, like waking up at like 6:00 in the morning and knocking that shit from number one. I think Fly In was the first song for that shit, and then just letting that shit knock. Oh no, and Money on My Mind and Fireman and Feel Me and
The
Hustler
Mob.
Me, The Mob, it's crazy. Lock and Load and shit with Robin Thicke on it. Like, it was just crazy, bro. I used to literally listen to that shit every day.
Hustler
Like,
Music was another good one.
that was my favorite shit right there.
That was fire.
Yeah, that was crazy, bro. That song right. I think that was probably my favorite song on that album. That or I don't know. I can't give you a favorite. That whole shit was my favorite, bro. Bro, that shit. It's crazy though because that album didn't do as as well as the Carter 3, but the Carter 3 was way more commercial.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Just gonna say that it was way more commercialized. There we go again.
Facts, and it sold 1 million a week. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was that week was crazy. Actually, I went to the Lil Wayne. They had one out here in Bridgeport. You know what I'm saying? I think it was the week I graduated from high school. Like, they literally had like a concert, like, you know what I'm saying, like that same week. So I was just ecstatic. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Carter 3 dropped, bought the hard copy, graduated high school. You know what I'm saying? It's summertime, Lil Wayne concert. Like, I was just like, Lil Wayne was the best rapper alive then. He was on top of it. You know what I mean? It's a good time, bro.
Yeah, that was also on the Carter 2, Best Rapper Alive.
Yeah, that was on the Carter 2 too. Yup, the best rapper alive. Facts. Yup. Yeah, that just had so many hits on it. You know what I'm saying? But one would say the Carter 3 had more. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Carter 3 was dope too. But my personal all-time favorite definitely would be Carter 2.
What's your opinion on the Carter 5? Was it worth the wait?
Nah, not to me, but
Yeah.
I had a real, I think it was more so it took so long to come out. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of those songs probably were supposed to come out back in 2013, 2014, whatever, like, you know what I mean? So you probably just want to get them shits out there or whatever, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It was straight. It was a few, joints on there I was rocking with. I like that one with Ashanti. I love Ashanti, by the way. Yeah, I mean, if you ever have her on here, tell her I love her, by the way.
Yeah, she's a legend.
Yeah, most definitely, bro. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's a song. I think it's called "Start This Shit Off Right."
Yeah,
like, Mac Main on it, little hook or whatever. But yeah, that's probably like my favorite joint off there. Straight. I wasn't really too hype about that. What was it, the new No Ceilings? I think it was.
Yeah, No Ceilings 3, and he dropped No Ceilings 3.5.
Yeah, I don't know about that. You know what I mean? I wasn't really feeling the 3.5, the No Ceilings 3. It was straight. It was like 3-4 songs on there. I was like, I like that shit with Drake on there. You know what I mean?
So, BB King freestyle.
Yeah. You know what I mean? He snapped on that. You know what I mean? Like, Wayne's Wayne, man. Like, you never really know what Wayne you're gonna get. You know what I mean? You're gonna get Wayne, you're gonna get Weezy, you're gonna get Tunchi,
yeah.
You know what I mean? The Martian, the Alien, whatever. You know what I mean? He got a lot of different personas. You know what I mean? And aliases. So I guess whatever he's feeling that day, that's what type of verse you're gonna get from him. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm not even. I really don't get disappointed when he dropped no more, and it's not Carter 2. You know what I'm saying? Because that era is over. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think I don't know. You just gotta go with it. I mean, sometimes or whatever.
Yeah, it's a new era, but the music isn't as good. But we're working to change that in 2021.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? Like, and definitely with 38 Special and Trust Gang, dudes and a woman too, because Shay Noir, she is something crazy. Shout out to her too. I be bumping her albums, crazy. She probably my favorite female rapper.
Yeah, from Buffalo.
Yeah. Facts. Trust Gang. Yup. 38 Special. all of them. You know what I mean? Shout out to him too, because everything he touched is just crazy. You know what I'm saying? That whole clique over there is retarded, bro.
Yeah. Shout out to 38 Special. I had him on 2 years ago. Yeah,
Definitely.
I had him on
Bro.
2 years ago. Yep. He's got that heat. I like his Son of G Rap album.
Yo, with Cool G
Cool
Rap,
G
right?
Rap, yeah.
Man. Shout out my cousin Stu Gutter, man. You know what I mean? He actually put me on to that album. You know what I mean? And he actually put me on to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, he old school. He like 2 years older than me, but he real old school with the music. You know what I mean? He don't like all that new shit. You know what I mean? Like
Sounds like me.
yeah, bro. Real talk, bro. Y'all probably get along perfect, bro, because you ain't gonna knock all that crazy new. You know what I mean? Little young, one of them guys.
Yeah, oh boy. Yep.
Yeah.
All the Lils, the Youngs, the all the candy colored hair, whatever you got out here.
Yeah,
those goblin rappers.
Yep. That's exactly what they are. You know what they all are at the end of the day? They Lil Wayne kids.
They are. Lil Wayne inspired the whole generation. It's just they make terrible music.
Yep. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Because they all did what he did. You know what I'm saying? Got dreads, colors, some of them colored them. Did a bunch of drugs and got a bunch of tattoos on their face and shit.
Yeah. But they couldn't break the good music code.
Nah. I think it's only really one that did, and I don't know if you want to say he broke the good music code, but he started a whole different wave that a bunch of motherfuckers is following, and that's Doug.
I agree with that.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Doug, he got a bunch of kids too.
He does. Everyone's following Young Thug.
Yeah, facts.
Young Thug followed Wayne, now everyone's following Young Thug.
Yep, you know what I mean? I guess that's how it go. You know what I mean? People will always say that, you know, Jay-Z, you know, was in Biggie shadows and, you know, his shoes and shit like that. And, you know, everybody want to be Jay-Z. So I guess it kind of say it's the same.
Do you think Jay-Z is the greatest rapper of all time? Because you said that Jay-Z is one of your major inspirations.
Yeah, he's the GOAT. It's like
he's the GOAT.
Yeah, like you can't even really touch him. Like honestly, like I want to say he's the most successful rapper ever. You know what I mean? As far as business moves, and he did it the way that it's supposed to be done. You know what I mean? He continuing to do it, you know what I mean, the right way. You know, he putting people on and, you know, just everything he really stand for, like, you know what I'm saying? At least from my eyes, from what we see, you know what I mean? It looks like it's correct. You know what I'm saying? Like he got into that whole thing and the 444 album, and, you know, he supposedly cheated on Beyonce, put an album out there, apologized, and, you know, the females loved it, and, you know what I mean, did the album with Beyonce, I forgot what it was called.
The Carters,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I mean? Did that with her and got all his female, you know, fans back, and they were loving it, you know what I mean? Black love, and you know what I mean? So Jay-Z really do it the way he's supposed to do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a nigga had that whole video of the home chick, you know what I mean, hitting him in the elevator.
Yeah.
He ain't put no hands on it, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, I remember that.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like, you know, a lot of the times when you see that, you know, NFL player or whatever, like, you know.
Oh yeah, it was around this. I was just gonna bring that up. It's like we're on the same mind for Ray Rice, but only this time it was on the other side throwing the punches.
Yeah, bro.
It was the other gender throwing the punches. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel like his mindset is just, it's that boss mindset. I think a lot of, you know, artists in the game learn from him too. Like you know, like Rick Ross. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he didn't have a boss mindset before that, but I think Jay-Z helped him elevate that. You know what I mean? For him to, you know, put people like Meek. You know, Meek always shout out Jay-Z and Meek on, you know what I mean? Just that whole boss persona, like, you know what I mean? And who else fall into that category? A lot of people do, you know what I'm saying? Like, just you get a lot of that, you know. Jeezy, another one, you know what I'm saying? Like, if that was Jeezy 07, 08, when they had that versus him versus Gucci, shit could have went way left. You know what I mean? If Jeezy wasn't on this boss up mentality, like, you know what I mean? I don't know, but then you still got your motherfuckers from the streets out of the, you You know, it'd been a whole different scenario if they was in that setting. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. Just I don't know, bro. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. Like, you know what I mean? People was talking about that whole that King Von and, you know, situation or whatever.
Yeah.
Like something, you know, Dirk, this, that, and the third. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, I don't think nobody even gonna be able to touch Dirk. Like, you know what I mean? Just for the simple fact he moved different. You know what I mean? Like I don't know all they moves or whatever, but you know what I mean? To me, like Dirk more, he's the boss. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he not gonna be moving how Vaughn or any of his, you know, his underdogs or his capos or whatever move. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't touch the boss. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think Dirk gonna be straight. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Dirk too.
I'm gonna tell you this about King Von, all these rappers. This is social media. This is what happens. What happens is when a rapper gets killed, everyone jumps on the bandwagon of supporting them. Oh, I was a fan since day one. This one was gonna do this. This one was gonna do that,
Right.
and everyone just jumps on the bandwagon. We don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, word.
We don't know
Facts.
what they're gonna do, and everyone jumps on that bandwagon. This one was gonna do this. This one's gonna do that. We don't know because it didn't happen.
Yeah, it happened. That's facts. Like, I seen somebody on, I don't know what it was on, like, probably like Twitter or something, saying like, not necessarily talking down on Nip, but more so like his music just wasn't it, and people be like, you know, hyping and shit or whatever. It's crazy because I want to say it was like Mailbox Money, like 2015, maybe 2014. Mm-hmm. That album right there, or mixtape, whatever you want to call it, was just like priceless to me. Like that shit was fire. Like every song on that shit, you could just let it go. I knocked that whole motherfucker through, like, you know what I mean? And that's when I really became a Nip fan, like, you know what I mean? And I know it was a lot of new Nip fans when he passed away. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, it's kind of how it always goes, like, you know what I'm saying? And you could tell because their fucking albums go to #1 on the charts. You know what I mean? A couple days later, like, you know, I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers streaming the shit out of it, but they wasn't getting the same love then. It's crazy, like, you know what I mean? But
it's
I don't
crazy.
know, like, yeah, it's crazy. That's just the way it's gonna really be, like.
You know what I mean? Like Biggie said on Life After Death, you're nobody till somebody kills you.
Said it first, said it best. You know what I mean? Like, it's real, bro. It's real. You got people they flowers while they still here, like, you know what I mean? That's
Always
why,
give people flowers while they're still here. Don't wait until you can't.
Yep, absolutely.
Because when you give those flowers, they're not here to actually feel those flowers.
Facts. 100% facts.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm always appreciative of the OGs out here and the people like you who are really doing it. You got to give people their flowers and support them if they're really moving out here. And because you don't know, tomorrow's not guaranteed. We're in a pandemic. People are dropping dead every day.
Every day, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I done seen some shit, you know what I mean, throughout this whole pandemic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I even caught this shit a couple months back. Like,
you did?
You know I mean? Yeah, I had it.
Damn.
Crazy, bro. You know what I mean?
What were your symptoms?
Really, I had like, a little minor headache. I was all congested. I lost like smell and taste for like, I want to say maybe like 3-4 days. It came back though, quick though. Thank God, because some people, you know, it's been months and they still ain't got their shit back. I don't know what the fuck I would have been able to do then.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, you know, headache, congestion, loss of taste and smell. I had a fever, you know what I'm saying, for a couple of days and shit like that. And it was just more so like just being like, you know, like the mental part of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, like, having the knowledge on when you're gonna get better, really, what the fuck is gonna do to you, because every, you know, case is supposedly different and shit like that. Not being able to be around people, even if you're in the same fucking house, you know what I'm saying? It's just like more the mental part of that shit, like, you know what I mean? And, yeah, it took a lot out of me, bro. I actually had a sinus infection after that. So on top of the 2 weeks of me being sick from the COVID, I caught a fucking sinus infection after that. So I was sick for like a month.
What's scary is when I talk to different people, there have been people on my show that have had it. My barber had it in Norwalk.
Yeah.
Every person I talk to, when I asked them what their symptoms were, it's always different. It's never the same.
You know what I mean? That's why it's scary. Like, you know what I mean?
A cold, it's not just a cold or the flu. You get the cold, you're in bed, you got the chills, you got a fever, you got a sore throat. With this, it's you like you said, you have a headache, you're congested. I've heard people say that they feel nauseous or
yeah, I forgot. I was nauseous too. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't really eat, like, you know what I mean? Like, I was just drinking a lot of, fluids or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just like I just didn't really have an appetite like at all. So then I think I actually lost like 5-6 pounds or something.
well, I could use that, a loss of 5 or 6 pounds. I've been in my house since the last week of last February of 2020. I've only been out probably 9 times out of my house, and those are to go to my university, to stop by the radio station, or to pick up things from the university, or to get my hair cut. I'm really not doing anything out here. I miss going to the mall. I miss going to the mall, going out, enjoying myself, and you can't do that anymore.
Sucks, like, you know what I mean? Then you see all these other countries and they living like, they back to normal. You know what I mean? Everybody outside walking freely, no mask, 2 feet within each other, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Wish I could get some of that. You know what I mean? You never really know, you know what I mean, how much you miss shit until it's gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was, I'm a real homebody too, so even when I, went outside and shit like that, I wasn't really outside too much anyway. Especially when I, started doing like my shit, I just became like a in the house type of nigga, like, you know what I mean? So now I wish I could go outside all the fucking time. I be trying to get the fuck out, but where I'm gonna go, one, and I ain't trying to get sick again. So
yeah, hopefully things change now. Hopefully things change. The White House is going to be turning over to Joe Biden. They're not going to be able to start a coup. We saw that today, and it's not going to happen. They tried, but it's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. And as soon as Joe Biden is officially put into the office, I think things are going to get better from the pandemic standpoint. He's got a lot of work to do in his 4 years. Systemic racism, healthcare. There's so many things he's got to do.
Tuitions and, you know what I mean? It's a bunch of shit, you know what I mean? So I'm all for it to see, you know what I mean? Like I said, anything could be better than what the fuck we had in the last 4 years. So hopefully.
What's crazy is that when there's people out there not voting in their best interest.
Oh, I mean, it's crazy that, like, that's even crazy. Like, you know what I mean? I don't even know what to, like, really, like, call it or think of it. It's like insanity almost, like, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna be fucked in that situation, but still you decide to go and fuck yourself. Like,
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, that doesn't benefit you in no way, shape, or form. And I don't know, you know what I mean? Because that's something like that I would never do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. I really don't get like that thought process. Like, that shit is crazy.
Yeah. I want to get into Overtime this is your debut. This is your debut album, right?
Yeah,
because I seen you've dropped older projects on SoundCloud and you rap over classic hip hop beats, and that's important for the culture. You're giving back. Yeah. You're showing how important the people that came before you are into your blueprint. But what was the major inspiration for Overtime?
Me not doing music in a while. You know what I mean? Like, when I dropped Overtime, probably didn't do like a project probably like 2-3 years prior to that.
Yeah.
That was like a lot of music that I actually was writing back in like 2015, 2016, 2017, I had so many songs for it. You know what I mean? You know how it goes,
yeah.
Processing, this song gonna stay, this one gonna go, this one gonna stay. And I just made it down to like 8 songs. So the deluxe is actually a bunch of songs that I had from back then also too. You know what I mean? I got a few new ones on there that I recorded in the last like year or two. But I got a few songs on there that was, 2015, 2016 that didn't make the original that I put out, 2 years ago, or 2 years ago. So I got, a couple of bangers on there. I think the first album was 8 songs. This one was 23. So 15 new joints. You know what I mean? Everybody could rock to. I like them. You know what I mean? I think people gonna like them. You know what I mean? A lot of different feels. What they call vibes. Different vibes. So that's what I'm all about now. Just making a vibe. You know what I mean? Of course, the lyrics gonna be there. That's always, but I want to make something that everybody can just really vibe to. Throw that shit on, just let the shit just. You know what I mean? Don't even skip nothing.
Yep. Is the Scarface one gonna be on there? You sampled Tony Montana, aka Al Pacino.
Yeah, facts. That's definitely on there.
The bad guy.
Boy, yeah, that that's what I like to look at myself as, like, you know what I mean. So it's like an 8 is. You know what I mean, I always had that type of kind of vibe and shit, especially the bad boys. I used to be the Detroit Pistons fan. Especially
Dennis Rodman, Isaiah Thomas, Bill Laimbeer, Joe Dumars, Vinny Johnson, the microwave,
Vinny Johnson, John Sally, like the whole squad over there. You know what I'm saying? I was a big fan of them. So I always just like that. And when I was playing ball, I also had that same. You ask anybody, like I used to be like Ron Artest out that motherfucker. Real, bro. Like I done got ejected out of games, socking niggas and their shit, all types of shit. You know what I mean? I was a real enforcer out there. It didn't matter how big or tall you was. Like, I remember we had an AAU tournament one day up in Rhode Island. And, our pops was coaching or whatever. We had a bunch of motherfuckers on the team or whatever. We all had like literally, like, I think each team probably had about 6, 7 technicals. It was just getting out of hand. You know what I mean? Like my pops, I got ejected. You know what I'm saying? My boy, Marcus McElveen got ejected. You know what I'm saying? My cousin got ejected. You know what I mean? A couple niggas on their team got ejected. Then, me and this other dude had gotten into a little altercation. I just ran up on him and just snuffed him up. Like, you know what I mean? Now I'm here every bit of 5'9", 5'10". This motherfucker like 6'6". You know what I'm saying? Behind the bench, bro. No lie. Like literally like ran behind the bench. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I was type, enforcer or whatever like that. Like, you know what I mean? So I always really had that type of, energy to me, especially on the court. So, I look at myself as the bad guy sometimes, you know what I mean?
Scarface is a top 5 movie of all time.
Yeah, most definitely. You can watch that shit Christmas time. You can watch that shit Halloween time, birthday, whatever the fuck you want to watch Scarface, you turn that bitch on. You watch that shit. That shit is just fire. Matter of fact, I might watch Scarface after this game over and after we done this call, bro. That shit is fire, bro. That's definitely top 5 movie of all time, bro.
And it gets better every time you watch it, too.
Yes, bro. I love fucking Scarface. What else? Another top 5 movie of mine.
Is The Godfather in there?
Yeah, probably not. Because it's so, I watch everything, bro. And just to put everything in perspective, I don't know. Scarface definitely is in there, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's a bunch of shit I like. Because Set It Off is one of my favorite movies. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good one.
Like, you know what I mean? So, Dead Presidents.
You know what I'm saying? Lorenz Tate, it's a classic.
It, fucking fire, bro. You know what I mean? It's just so much shit. You know what I mean? Like it would probably be easier for me to do a top 5 rapper list and then top 5 like movie list.
Yeah, because you're picking from so many genres. It's different. It's difficult.
You know what I mean? I probably have to do like you said, like top 5 genres, like top 5 gangster flicks, top 5 comedies, top 5 action movies, etc. and shit like that.
Yep. And nowadays it's as if the movie game is similar to the music game. You can't find those gems anymore. And if they're there, they're difficult to find.
Yo, you telling me, man? It's like everything was already like everybody thought of everything already or something.
I
Because
say that
now,
all the time because as a big movie fan, I look at classic horror movies and even old gangster movies. I heard they want to remake Scarface. Can't remake that movie.
ain't there's no way in hell they could remake that movie. It won't even be the same. Like you won't even have the same feel at all. You know what I'm saying? Like can't like remake at all. Like you know what I mean? Especially with the different times. It's like, nah, that would never work right there. You know what I mean? Like it just I don't know. Like it's just too much. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes less is more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was just perfect. You know what I'm saying? With everything and the time setting that it took place in. You know what I mean? And 1980s vibe. Like you're not getting that 1980s vibe no more. That Miami South Beach. You know what I mean? Yayo sniffing like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? For real, like it's just something about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can't really recreate that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you do it, of course it's gonna be hard, but I just don't think that you could really recreate that feeling. Like, you know what I mean? It's just a certain feeling that you get. Like you can't recreate Belly.
Can't
Which
recreate
they
that.
tried, you know what I'm saying? Like, which they really tried to with the game. Like, you know, shout out to the game too, you know what I mean? But and there's no way, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Can't
there's no
recreate
way.
Juice without Tupac.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't do that. You can't recreate this shit. Damn, Nino Brown. Excuse me.
Oh,
New Jack City.
New Jack City. Yeah. Wesley
Yeah,
Snipes. You
you
got to
know
have
what I'm
Wesley
saying?
Snipes.
You know what I mean? Like, you really just can't do that. You know what I mean? Like I think they're gonna have a hard time. Well, I don't know. They're gonna have a hard time, you know, recreating that new Friday movie. But you know, a lot of them, you know, passed, especially last year. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, man. Like I didn't even watch that Bad Boys 3. Like I couldn't even tell you if it was fire or not. Like I just didn't feel like it was gonna be Bad Boys.
It's not gonna.
And it
Yeah,
came,
it's not gonna have that same feeling.
you know what I mean? Like
I'm worried about Coming to America too.
that too.
I
You
don't know
know
if
what I
it's
mean?
gonna have the same feeling. I'm glad that Eddie Murphy's doing movies again.
Yeah,
I
but
love watching his movies, but I don't think it's gonna have that same feel.
me neither. You know what I mean? That's what it's more so about. You know what I mean? You could have a good movie, but how did that movie make you feel? And I don't know. Like that's how I feel about the music too. Like you got a good song, but how did that shit make you feel? Like, you know what I mean? Like certain songs make you feel good, like put you in a great place. Like, you know what I mean? Certain movies put you in a great place, put you in great spirits. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll see, man. That's all we can really do.
You got this interview right here, but besides this interview, is there anything else you're doing as far as promo wise and promoting the upcoming deluxe album for Overtime?
Yeah, just social media wise, you know, here and there, you know what I mean? I'm really this is, you know, a bunch of shit that, like I said, you know, I had 5 years ago, 4 years ago, you know what I mean? I know you should really push every project to the fullest, like, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? I'm really worried about my next project that I'm actually in the midst of recording and shit, like, you know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm just pushing this one towards the back, but I'm just happy that I'm just putting something out, like, you know what I mean? I ain't putting nothing out in a good year or two, so, you know what I mean? I know people gonna go knock that, you know what I mean? So,
I think people from Norwalk will. Connecticut.
yeah, yeah, absolutely, you know what I'm saying? Absolutely, you know what I mean? Got a lot of, you know, loyal fans and shit like that, not even just from CT, so, you know what I mean? I know that shit gonna definitely get some spins and the correct spins it's supposed to. But I'm really working on this new project. It's gonna be a lot of new sound and instrumentals and trying a couple new things. You know what I'm saying? Still got the, you know, the rapping and lyrics, but you know, like I said before, I don't know if you caught it. I'm just trying to make like you know, just vibes, like, you know what I mean? Like I want everything to really be like a vibe, like, you know what I mean? And not just me rapping. You know what I mean? Like I want every beat to, you know, really hit, and I don't know, like, you know, people gonna some might, you know, might fuck with it, some might not like it, like, you know what I mean? But try something a little new, you know what I mean, and see what type of reaction we get with that.
You're experimenting with different sounds on the project that you're working on now. Who are the producers that you're really working with for it?
Actually, one of the main producers, his name is Mike Bell.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Out of Connecticut, called Mass Beats.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He got actually, it's a couple, old school joints. You know what I'm saying? Some real hip hop joints. I know you'll actually appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Real couple cool samples and shit. You know what I'm saying? So when I finish recording those, I'm actually send those over to you. You can spend them whatever you want to do.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah, bro. You know what I mean? As soon as I finish, I'll send them over to you. It's a mixtape, you know what I mean? So just get them shits out there. Yeah, but definitely Mass Beats, he one of the main ones. Got a couple other producers or whatever from around the way and shit from CT and a couple dudes. But definitely Mass Beats, he got like 4 or 5 joints on it.
That's fire. I'm looking forward to hearing the sample. I like sample records. Even the Scarface one that you did. There's something about samples because it's the 90s. You don't hear these new guys out here putting samples on their trap songs, their trap beat, and that's their era. Let them have the trap. Let them have the trap beats. And this is why I think that you're perfect for the youth is because you can rap on trap beats. I think as long as they hear that beat, they're satisfied.
Yeah. And that's crazy that you say that because that was my main thing too. Like even like when I started really getting back into the rapping and all the music type shit or whatever. But I used to always want to do like old school beats, it's like real original hip hop beats, and they really don't want to like hear that shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? And it's crazy.
It's whack. It's whack.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about this new generation. That's why I'm here. I'm here to bridge that gap. It's whack. We're the only genre. Hip hop is the only genre that the younger generation doesn't pay any respect to the OGs and the pioneers. There's no respect paid, and they couldn't care less either. They don't care about Cool G Rap. They don't care about Big Daddy Kane. They don't care about Juice Crew. They don't care. And it's foul.
Yo, it's so foul, bro. Like it really is. Like, you know what I mean? Because like I said, you could tell just by my music, like, you know what I mean? I really don't gotta say much, but I look up to them so much. Like, you know what I mean? From my style and everything, like, you know what I mean? Like that's what we was trying to be, like, you know what I mean, when we was coming up in the 90s and shit like that. You know what I mean? Just look at their whole swag, like that's almost like what, like, you know what I mean, we were molded to do, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like it's just like a whole new different style, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I can never see myself disrespecting them because they did that first. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a leader. Like, you know what I mean? If anybody could ever tell you that, like, you know what I mean? I've always been a leader. I've never been a follower ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I swear I wish I would have trademarked a lot of shit. Even like when I was younger and shit like that, because I probably would be fucking rich now. Just for, doing certain shit and people just, just tagging along, doing it like I do it, you know what I mean? Whatever, like, you know what I mean? But I just feel like you always gotta pay your debts and your respects to the ones who was doing that before you, like, you know what I mean? So I could definitely understand, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right with that, bro, because you see all these R&B artists, and not just R&B artists, but like country music, rock music, like they fuck with they, you know what I mean? Like they history, and you know what I mean? Like all the songs, rock songs that came, classic rock, whatever they came, you know what I mean? 70s, 80s, all that shit. Like I fuck with some of that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like real talk, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna know every single song, but you know what I mean? Like I know a lot of, classic rock and shit like that, you know what I mean? Or techno or whatever, like, blues, jazz, you know what I mean? Like keep it real with you. My favorite genre of music, bro, is probably like 80s R&B, 90s R&B, like, you know what I mean? That's just to keep it real, like, you know what I mean? Like, you could always catch me listening to some old school shit, like, you know what I mean? I don't know if you noticed, even Nas said it on his latest album, No Rap in My Playlist. You know what I'm saying? Like that was one of his lyrics. Like I think it was like on the intro of the song or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like he really meant that shit. Like no rapper is in my playlist. Like I sit here and I listen to a whole, bunch of different shit all day, and I'm a rapper. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like everybody should be, more versatile and open to listen to different genres because there's some real good fucking music out there.
And it's not being appreciated, but we have people like you that do.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's this it's a song called, you probably heard of it too, because you be on your music shit too, but it's a song called Pissy Pamper. And it it's by Playboy Cardi and Young Nudie. And I think Lil Uzi Vert got a verse on that shit. And Kid Cudi supposedly got a verse on it now. But everybody thought it was gonna be on a Whole Lot of Red, which it didn't end up being on a Whole Lot of Red. But Cardi had a little video with him and Kid Cudi and shit, like, you know what I'm saying, in the studio or whatever with the song playing. So everybody think it's gonna be on the deluxe album.
Yep.
And yeah, like it's this like this wild ass beat, like, you know what I mean, like it's real Cardi, Kid Cudi type, you know what I'm saying? It's like a sample from I forgot the name. I can't even really pronounce it. It's like some like Asian lady. I think she like Japanese or something like that. Not for real. Like like that was her song from like the 80s. I think it came out like 1983 or something like that. But, you know what I mean? Like, but the actual song is fire. You know what I mean? Like that I would sit there and listen to that shit, like, which I did. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, this song not bad at all. Like, you know, I listen to this just as much as I listen to the Cardi version. Like, you know what I mean? So it's mad music out there, bro. Like different genres and all that shit. You just gotta find it.
You do. I think you can find it too. I did my research. I went back. I prefer the music from the 80s and 90s over what I'm hearing out here now. And
absolutely.
Even the R&B. The R&B isn't as good as it was back then. That 90s R&B and even the 80s.
Bro, nothing beats that. I couldn't even tell you. I'm not saying I couldn't tell you, but I couldn't tell you one R&B artist that I listened to from this new era. Not one. It's crazy because I'm a real, huge R&B fan. But say the 90s, come on, dude. I'll name you every R&B artist. You know what I'm saying? Like 80s, fucking Bobby Brown. You know what I mean? King of Stage and New Edition, my favorite, group of all time R&B wise.
I think Ralph Tresvant's the best out of New Edition.
That's always been my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always fuck with Bobby Brown too, the bad boy. You know what I mean? Once again, like, you know what I mean? He had that image, so I kind of like attracted me, like, to, like to have that image also, like, you know what I mean? So I don't know, like, you know what I mean? I just I don't know, bro. It's just something about that old school R&B that, like Mary J. Blige, like her first fucking 2-3 albums were classics.
What's the 411?
What's the 411? Even the remix album, What's the 411?
Oh yeah, the remix one is that's underrated.
You feel me? Like,
that's underrated.
Real talk, like that's a dope ass album, bro. The Crazy Sexy Cool album that came out in '95.
TLC.
The second one, that was my shit. Like, you know what I mean? Of course, Heartbreak album by New Edition. I think that came out like 87, 88 maybe. Maybe earlier than that. It's just, it's a bunch of R&B albums I fuck with, bro. You know what I mean? I think who probably put out the best wave of R&B music back in the 90s though was probably like Bad Boy. They had shit on lock. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, like
112.
112, Faith Evans. You know what I'm saying? Like Carl Thomas. They had that shit.
Carl Thomas is underrated. He's never brought up in R&B conversations.
It's crazy because he's
forgotten about.
Yeah,
it's kind of like Shine.
Yo, come on.
He's the rapper. Just how Shine is never brought up on Bad Boy. Yeah. Carl Thomas isn't brought up.
Facts. The Commission? Come on, man. That album was the Commission? That was the name of the album? Or that was the name of the song?
That was the name of the song, I think.
What was his album name? Shine?
I'm gonna double check it for you.
Yeah, I forgot what it was.
I got you. We're just double checking this right now. Carl Thomas. I should know better. I have it in my library. It's Emotional.
Yeah, emotional. I'm sorry, emotional.
There you go.
Yeah, oh yeah, got I Wish on there.
Yep.
Got a couple joints. Yeah. Emotional. And that was that heat, man. I'm telling you, Bad Boy in the 90s, they had everything straight. You know, definitely big prayers up for Dr. Dre too. You know, I know you seen that brain aneurysm thing.
Yeah, I saw that. That's crazy. It's kind of weird how we're starting 2021 out already with the coup attempt today. Last year at this time, we almost got into World War III with Iran.
Yeah.
And then just a few weeks later, Kobe died. And I said, well, this is kind of funny. We had the coup attempt today, and Dr. Dre was in the hospital last night. Like, it's 2021 and the pandemic's growing worse. There's a new strand out here that's already tested positive in New York. Yep, it's looking like 2021 is going to be another shot year. I hope not. I have faith it won't be. But the way it's looking, I don't like what I'm seeing.
Yeah, bro. I don't think a lot of us do. And, you know, all we could do is, really pray and hope for the best, because I don't even think I got another motherfucking year worth, you know what I mean? Of this shit, bro. Like, tired of this shit, man. I'm just ready. Like I said before, just want to be outside and, you know what I mean? Just be able to move freely, and hopefully we get back to that, man, because we all need some of that.
We do. We need a lot of that.
Yeah.
I want you to tell the people that are listening right now, especially your followers, I'm sure they're tuned in.
Yeah.
What can we expect from the deluxe album that's dropping this Friday? January 8th, Overtime Deluxe. I'm going to keep saying Overtime. Go check it out on SoundCloud, the songs that are out there right now. With the Crew is probably my favorite. I like the self-titled, of course, Overtime. That's a great one, but go check that out. And yeah, Cap, you can explain it.
Yeah, basically, just a lot of, different things to rock to, you know what I mean? The first, version of the original version had 8 songs, so, and they were, kind of, the same type of vibe, party mode, and, you know what I mean? And this one just has a lot of, different variety to it, you know what I mean? You got, like, I think, like, an R&B song, maybe 2 R&B songs on there. I got a little more hip-hop. I think I got a skit on there. It's just more diverse, I guess. You know what I'm saying? You got a bunch of shit on there that you could really knock to. Just have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, if I really be wanting everybody to do, just throw that shit on, ride in your whip, whatever you're gonna do. You know what I mean? It's not all crazy explicit. You know what I mean? Just enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, enjoy it. You know what I mean? Drink to it. You know what I mean? Just expect nothing but, good vibes from it. That's all I really want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What I admire about your music when I listen to it is that you don't have a lot of features, so I can gauge how talented you are. Nowadays, you have 10 features. I'm not a big fan of 10 feature tracks. The only tracks that I like with 10 people on it is like Blackout.
Yeah, word.
Or Firewater. When you got 4 real MCs on there just going at it on the microphone and you judge it bar for bar. But now you don't have that anymore. And when you do have features, it's usually one overrides the other, or you're using a bigger artist to bring attention to yourself, which is good because it does. But then people may look at it as that this person had the best of you on that track.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And honestly, the reason why I'm not going to say I'm a loner, you know what I mean? Because there's so many people that I haven't worked with before in the past. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many people that I still connect with on a daily basis, if it's online or wherever, you know what I mean, that do music also, that I still don't do music with. Like, you know what I mean? And it's nothing personal, like, you know what I'm saying? But when I started, really doing music, it was me and a bunch of other people, you know what I'm saying? So I know all about the group life. I know all about the, the recording with people, and I just move on my own time. You know what I mean? So I really don't have time to be waiting for you to record a verse. Because if I want to put this song out tonight, Mom, you know what I mean? I'm putting this shit out tonight. Like, you know what I mean? If I want to put this shit out next week, I don't want to have to wait for you, and I don't want to have to hit you up. If I hit you up once and you don't respond, then I'm not hitting you up the second time. you know what I mean? Because this is what I do, like, you know what I mean? And that's pretty much my issue right there. Like, I just be on my own time a lot of the time. So, you know what I mean? And I know that I really don't need any features. Like, I'm not trying to be too cocky. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I do need features, you know what I'm saying? But if you ain't motherfucking hit Lil Wayne or like, you know what I mean? Like somebody that's crazy on or something, like, you know what I mean? Not even just one of them, just somebody that's, you know what I mean, on, like, you know what I mean? Like, I really don't got no real desire, like, you know what I'm saying, to work with you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing like personal at all, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing personal at all, because I'll do tracks with, other people, like, you know what I mean? Especially if they hit me up and be like, yo, you want to do it? Like, yeah, we can do a track, you know what I mean? But I get in my mood, bro, I'm writing my song and I'm just taking that shit over, like, you know what I mean? Like, for the most part, I'm taking this whole track.
I think it's time, man. I think it's time that 2021 and the years to come, you move on to the next level. We're getting big features, making moves. Connecticut, I hate saying it, but we're weak out here. There's nothing here. The most important thing for you, I think, is to really branch out into New York City, make connections out in New York, because you're an artist that I'm cool with you already. I'd put the word out, right? I already do when I'm on the radio show, when I'm playing the records. I put the word out when I've shouted the records out. You're one of those artists, because I've taken a lot of artists under my wing. I'm done with that. There's artists I'll advocate for. There's been certain artists that I've taken under my wing and they don't appreciate it. And they're talented. There's one artist that's really talented that I know. And I told him how he should do his music because he could do it this way. He could really rap. And I said, I'm so sick of you. It's okay to have the party trap record once in a while, but I'm sick of it. Every record you do is trap. Every record. You gotta do something different. Do something. Take for instance, I tried giving this person a connection with Arsonist for the Heatmakers. He took that opportunity I gave him for granted. And he didn't do nothing with it. You do nothing with it. It's and you're messing around with the trap beats because this is what people are feeling right now. And that's the problem with hip hop right now. There's no individuality anymore. It's all about doing what the next man's doing whatever you can do to fit in. I never fit in. I went to Trinity in Stanford. I hated it. I never fit in. I was with a bunch of white prep boys who judged me where I came from in South Norwalk. Never liked them.
Yo, what year you graduated from Trinity?
I graduated 2017.
I think my sister was gone before that. My sister went there.
She went to Trinity?
Yeah.
How did she like it? I'm curious.
She left because of that shit.
She left because of that?
Yep. Same situation you're talking about.
And it goes to show you, it doesn't matter what color skin you are. It's where you come from too.
Yeah.
It's where you come from. You can be white, you could be Spanish, you can be anything, and they treat you a certain way because you don't got money, you don't come from a rich area.
I told you how we got down in McMahon, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it didn't matter what color you were.
Yeah,
like,
you told me that. And my parents went to McMahon. I forget what my family members have compared it to. It was like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air meets 90210 because you got people from Rowayton that go there. And
Darien, not Darien, but Rowayton. Darien, right? I mean, Rowayton, you know what I mean? Fucking shit, maybe kids from Darien, you know what I'm saying? Went there, who knows? You know what I'm saying? But I know it was kids that I was even cool with, you know what I mean? Or not too many of them, but, some of them from Darien, you know what I mean? I was cool with the McMahon crowd and shit like that. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, you know what I mean? That's what I can say about Norwalk, man. Norwalk might have its bullshit sometimes, but as far as, our generation, us growing up and going to school and shit like that, man, it was all love between all of us. Didn't matter what color skin you were, what nationality, race, none of that shit. You know what I mean? Like my best friends, bro, like I said, you know what I mean? One was Italian, one was Jamaican, one was Haitian, one was Colombian, one was Mexican. we was just, one was Puerto Rican, you know what I'm saying? One was Irish, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what it was, like, we was all burning this shit, you know what I mean? Type on you, all right, cool, we out, you know what I mean? Like, it's just how it was, man. Like, if everybody in the world could be on that type of shit, you might have something, you know what I mean? I'm telling you from firsthand, like, it was dope. You know what I'm saying? It was dope, man. Just knowing you ain't have to worry about shit like that, especially at school. Like, you know what I mean? That's why I feel bad for, like, you know what I'm saying? And, like, my sister to have to even have to deal with some shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? At school, like, you know what I mean? Like, when you go and learn and shit like that shit is uncalled for, bro.
I hated that. I remember, and it's so racist when the teachers would just go to the black students, like, pull up your pants. Like, do you really have to say that? It's
Yeah, I already know, bro.
unbelievable. I hated that school. I'm so glad I'm out of there.
They knock
But
that shit, they knocking it down or something, right?
yeah, good. Knock it to hell, please.
Yeah, they closed it or they knocked it down.
They closed it. Yeah, they didn't open back up.
Yeah, okay, that's what it was, and they closed this shit.
Yeah, there is a God apparently, so they closed it. Oh man, unbelievable. Yeah, but McMahon, I knew a lot of people from McMahon growing up in South Norwalk, and I wanted to go there. I did. I wanted to go there. I had a lot of friends there. But the only thing that I think Trinity gave me the advantage of was that I took my work seriously, and that they were strict there for me to get to where I'm at now with my school wise. Because I make sure I always got good grades and I don't slack. Because if I went to McMahon, I would have been slacking. I would have been hanging out with all my friends, and I wouldn't have been focused.
Yo, I'm telling you, bro. Like, you know what I mean? That's firsthand. Like, you know what I mean? I already know what type of time you're talking about, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been on no study time at McMahon. I'll tell you that.
Like, yo, listen. That's why I'm kind of, upset. I didn't really go to college. I went to Norwalk Community College. You know what I'm saying?
That's experience, though. A lot of people don't even do that. I was supporting people because people I grew up with in my neighborhood in South Norwalk. I encouraged them and I applauded them for going to NCC because people knock it. Every people knock it. That's fake college. It's community college. It's something. It gives you experience. You're learning something. You're doing something, and that's important.
That's facts. But I look at it like this, like, you know what I mean, just especially from first-hand experience. Also, like, I ain't do shit. You know what I mean? Like I literally didn't do shit in college, bro. Like, they tell you, like, especially like when you're in high school and just your whole life, honestly, like, you go to school, you go to elementary school, you go to middle school, you go to high school, you go to college, right? Like, that's what the blueprint is, right?
Yep.
So that's how I always thought, like, you know what I mean? But keep it real with you, I didn't even really know what I wanted to do going into college. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like 17, like, I'm still fucking out and shit. Like, we just graduated a couple months, you know what I mean? So it wasn't really too much going on for me. I had, a lot of basic classes and shit like that. Bro, I was making money, hustling and fucking gambling and shit like that, you know what I mean? In the cafeteria, like, you know what I'm saying? So me and my boys used to actually, you know what I'm saying, ride from downtown, our area and shit, smoke a couple blunts and shit. We used to get to school like 9 o'clock. He'll go to class. I'll be hustling, selling and whatever, and you know what I mean? And then we be in the cafeteria, wherever, just playing cards, blackjack, crazy eight, you know what I'm saying? It's that and the third, whatever. And yo, it used to be some crazy pots, bro, like something $100, $200, $300. So like, oh shit. And here playing for, you know what I mean, some serious bread. So I'll get right into it, like, you know what I mean? And yo, the money was coming near, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck that. I ain't going to class. Like, I'm about to get this 300, this 400. You know what I'm saying? To go back to the hood, and that's my day right there. Like, I ain't even have to go to work. I just went to school, made $300-400 real quick. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, like some people just gotta get out of their environment from it, really take advantage of that shit. Is my point about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like for me, it was a waste of time because I was still able to go back home or go back to the hood, which was 10 minutes away. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Like, it's nothing wrong with it at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you want to do something, you want to, you know what I mean, start whatever. Like, you know what I mean? I wouldn't knock anybody going because I went there. Like, you know what I mean? But just for, you know, some people, it might take a little, you know, to adjust to, or it might not work for you. Like, you know what I mean? You got to get out of your environment sometimes. And a lot of the time, that's, you know, people's, you know, biggest issue is being afraid to step out of their environment because they feel so comfortable in it, you know what I mean, and scared to make that move or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes I'm one of those people, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna sit here and act like I'm not, you know what I mean? Sometimes it takes a lot for me to step out of my environment, but, you know, you really can't, you know what I'm saying, make your moves and see if you're gonna win or fail if you don't, so.
Yeah. It's important to not look down on the people that don't go to college either, because it's either financial situations or maybe they just want to go down a different path. Because there's a lot of times people, you don't got to go to college. And I'll throw a couple names out there. Jay-Z.
Yeah.
He didn't go to college. Billy Joel didn't go to college.
Yep.
Nas didn't go to college. Look at all these people that didn't go.
Yep. And shit.
And they're billionaires. These people, well, Nas, he's not a billionaire. He could be, but Jay-Z's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Billy Joel should be a billionaire, but he lost a lot of his money to a manager that he trusted, and it's a shame. But you know, it's proven you can make a lot of money and be just as successful. You don't need to go to college. You just need to work hard and pursue your dreams.
Yeah, just, you know, just think.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's
just
it.
Be able to think. You know what I mean? The more you think about shit, you know what I mean, the better you can do. Some people just sit around all day, you know what I mean, and just watch what's going on. You know what I mean, and just let life pass them by, and you know what I mean. It's not even no thought, like, really of, oh, what can I do to better myself? You know what I mean? It's just, oh, I'm gonna just do this today. You know what I mean? Because you're used to doing it, or you know, you're comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, nobody ever really think about, oh, damn, what can I do to, you know, better myself today, or better myself for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you wasting your whole life just sitting around doing nothing. Like, you know what I mean? So I think that's one of the reasons why I get anxiety sometimes also, because my mind is just always like, you know what I mean? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? What am I going to do if this happens? What if I'm, you know what I mean? And, you know, just want to be successful at the end of the day, bro.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of those thoughts and we don't like speaking on it. Is our next move in life. It's the fear of not knowing what's next and if you're going to accomplish what your goal is. But how do you deal with that? Because I think about it and then I say, you know what, I'm not going to think about it. But how do you deal with anxiety of thinking what's to happen next in your life?
Honestly, I just try to, you know, just remain calm, like really, like, and just think, like, you know, not even from like a artist or like a rap stand, you know what I'm saying, standing point, but when you were saying about like the Griselda dudes and how they got on late, like, you know, 35, 36, like, this motherfuckers out there that are like chefs and like cooks or like whatever, you know what I mean? Just whatever, like, you know what I mean? Heads of fucking $1 million corporations and shit like that didn't really gain their wealth until 45, 50, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like, I don't know, like, I know I'm not, you know, one dimensional. So, you know, it's a whole bunch of shit out there that I know that, you know, I'm capable of doing. So, I don't know, I just think about it like that. Like, you know, I mean, if one thing don't work, not necessarily, you know, give up on it, you know, keep trying and, you know, never know what can happen. But, you know, just be open to everything. Like, you know what I mean? And just keep working, because sooner or later, you know, if you stay on the right path, you know what I mean? I'm a real big believer in faith and shit like that. So I think that, you know, everything works its way out. Like, you know what I mean? Especially if you keep working, like, you know what I mean? If you don't, like I say, you're just going to be stagnant. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just try to think like that, you know what I mean? And, you know, trying to let stress really.
Yep. 2 Chainz was 45 when he really started going.
You know what I'm saying? And that's another perfect example right there. Like, you know what I mean? So even like these dudes now, a lot of people like 28, you know what I mean? 27, 28, 29,
Yep.
25. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that's old, but you know, you got a lot of motherfuckers that get in the game now. That's like 16, 17. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a real, not, you know, small gap anymore. Like, you know what I mean? It's a larger gap. You know what I mean? It's really just if you nice or not, or if you good or not. Like, you know what I mean? So,
Yep.
or how people perceive you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. I feel like, you know, anybody can really do it.
Yeah. I think anyone can, especially you. You have a positive mindset, and that takes you a long way in life. And I mean, I think your fans are looking forward to the deluxe album because you haven't dropped any. You've been said it probably a year or two.
Yeah, ever since. Well, you know, real album wise shit. Like I had some shit on SoundCloud. That was about like a year and a half. So yeah,
Was
about a year.
Overtime on Apple Music?
Yeah, it was. It
It
was on
was.
Apple Music. It was on all them shit. You know what I mean? Tidal, Spotify, all that shit, YouTube. And I took it off. But yeah, the deluxe version, you know, I think that's the one for now. You know what I mean? I think that shit gonna have a lot of people rocking.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Can't really wait for people to hear that. I can't wait to hear this shit. You know what I mean? I ain't really listened to it since, you know what I mean, I finished it. So
How many songs are going to be on it?
23.
23. That's Michael Jordan or
Yeah,
LeBron James in your case, because LeBron's your favorite athlete.
Yeah, that's another reason why I did, you know what I mean, 23. Like, and it's a song on there called Mamba. Like, it's a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying, that tie into why I do shit, you know what I mean? And I do everything. Like, everything has a meaning behind it. Like, you know what I mean? Like Kobe was one of my favorite players too. And, you know, we lost Kobe last year, and that shit hit me and hurt me like like I lost like a cousin or an uncle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I told you, like, just growing up, like, ball was just like Kobe was like a god to, you know, like basketball players. Like, you know what I mean? You could see the love he got when he passed away.
I'll
I
never
got this
forget
song.
that day. That day when he
Yeah.
died, it was the Grammys, and it was just such a darkness in the air. It was a very dark day. It was a dark week. It was very dark.
What, man? Like, yo, I was crying for like three for like 3 days.
Yeah, I never had a celebrity death really get to me. That really got to
Yeah.
me. I was really emotional about that. I was
Yeah.
because Kobe was my first favorite athlete growing up, and that's when I posted everyone with the cloud chase and oh yeah, I love Kobe, but I had a jersey. That was my first jersey. I'm a big jersey guy, so when I was younger, my first jersey was the Laker #8 Kobe purple. I posted on my Instagram the day he passed away. It was crazy.
See what I'm saying? Like he just affected so many different people. Like, bro, like it's crazy, my nigga. Like, from young kids, you know what I'm saying, to our generation, to the older generation, you know what I mean? They fucked with Kobe, like, you know what I mean? Just everybody, like, really, like, the whole world really just went, oh shit, like, Kobe died? Like, when Kobe died, I think everybody was like, holy shit, like, that is really real, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, which it is, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I think it really showed anybody, like anybody could go, like, at any time, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because fucking world thought that Kobe would be taken from us, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not to sound crazy, but maybe like a motherfucker that wasn't a Hall of Fame or something. You know what I mean? Like, just
Yeah.
role player or something like that. Like, it wouldn't have, I'm not saying it wouldn't have mattered as much, but to social media, you know what I mean? You know how they do shit like that. It wouldn't have been as big, you know what I mean? Like as it
It
is.
wouldn't have been. Yeah.
I don't want to say it wrong.
That's top 5 basketball player of all time.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that's Kobe Bryant. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, you know, I think honestly, Michael Jordan's the best basketball player of all time.
I agree.
I wanted to put 24 on the album, but like, out of respect for Kobe, I just put 23.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I think the song before 23 is called Rest Up Mamba, like R.I.P. Mamba or something like that. So it's a lot to do. You know what I'm saying? The whole 23, 24, and the song and the number of tracks on there and shit like that.
Which you put that at 21 or 22?
I think it's at like 22, because I was gonna originally do 24.
You know what you should put it? You know what you should have put it at? You should put it at 8.
I should have put it at 8. I wasn't even thinking. I deadass wasn't thinking. But you know what? What was you gonna say?
Because Kobe, I think he was at his best when he was number 8.
Oh yeah, most definitely. You know what I'm saying? That's when he was younger too. You know what I'm saying? He had more springs and energy. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I don't know. I just felt like the song was for like the end of the album.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't want to have it too early. So that was another reason why I put it so late. Like, you know what I mean? I could have put it at 8, but I don't think it would have hit like I think that's a real big part of albums and projects too. You know what I'm saying? Like the track listing.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know how to put track lists together, and it doesn't fluctuate or go together. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So I that's a big major key for me. Like I love having or putting a track list together because it's like, all right, damn, like you could have like 10 songs, but them shits don't flow together. That's not necessarily. You got a good 10 songs, but a good project, you know what I'm saying? You could say different. But if that motherfucker flow just straight, like, you know what I mean? I think that's how you get people to really ride through your whole tape.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To have them shits just flow. You know what I'm saying? And you know, being able to not skip to the next one, skip to the, you know what I mean? So I think that track list is real important. Like that's one of the major keys to me, you know, putting the project together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You look at something. I'll give you an example. An album such as Capital Punishment. It's like a one big storytelling album, and it all fluctuate. I have OCD, so if someone told me, "Can you put this track list together for me?" and I'd listen to all the tracks, I could probably put a great track list together for artists because I know what sounds good when it goes on an album. Yeah, and Capital Punishment's a great example of that.
Ooh, is it, bro? Yo, you know what else is too though? The Carter 2.
The Carter 2, yeah, that's another one.
Yeah, it really is though. Like, you know what I mean? Just thinking of it, like since we was talking about it earlier. But Capital Punishment, oh my God, bro. That shit, right? Like I appreciate that shit way more now that I'm older. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember when that shit dropped back in 98.
98, yeah.
Yeah, right? I remember when that shit dropped back in 98, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And it wasn't too many songs like that. You know, I would listen to like the mainstream songs and shit like that. But like as I got older and I actually like really started listening to that album, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, like this dude is nuts. Like, you know what I mean? I always, you know, really had a big respect for Pun, especially Fat Joe too. Like, you know what I mean? Niggas forget Fat Joe.
Yeah, people always forget Fat Joe. They can't forget Fat Joe. Fat Joe's had some great albums. Jealous One's MV. Jealous One's still MV.
Yeah. Some fire, bro. Like
Don Cartagena, that's a good one.
That was like the best one right there. That was the one with Johnny Blaze on there, right?
John Blaze, yeah. That's another track that we're talking about earlier with 5 or more MCs. That one had Nas on it, Pun on it, Fat Joe, of course, Raekwon, Jadakiss.
I used to love those tracks right like that. At 24 Hours to Live.
Yeah.
With X and
I remember that. Yeah.
X, the Locks, yo, come on, man. Like those right there, them shits was crazy. Like that Money, Power, Respect. You know what I mean? The ones, what was the 4321? 432. Man, LL Cool J.
Yeah, LL Cool J, that's the one.
Yo, right? Man, they used to have some shit back in the day, bro. That whole Def Squad, Redman, another underrated MC that, yo, he got some work, bro.
Muddy Waters.
Yo, come on.
There's a Dark Side.
Yeah,
What, bro, the album?
Yeah, come on, bro. Come on. I got all that in my library, bro. Like I listen to all that shit, bro. Like literally all that shit, bro. Like
same.
That shit. Yeah, I know. I already know. Cause soon as I say it, you already on it, bro. Like literally, like, you know what I mean? Every time I post some shit, some old school shit, I already know you be on it, bro. Like
I studied the game. That's something. That's what my advantage is over all these these young guys coming out right now is they don't care about the old. Here's the thing, I know about both.
Yeah. And that's the advantage you're gonna have over motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because once this change, it always goes back. You know what I'm saying? Nothing stays the same forever.
Yeah,
You know
it
what I'm saying?
doesn't. Like, let me have someone my age. Let's sit down and let's have a discussion about MC Shan's Born to Be Wild. Let's have a discussion about the Cold Chillin' Records era. Let's have a discussion about Kumo D, Knowledge is King. You can't do that.
Yeah, you're gonna know everything about
it. The ultramagnetic MCs with Critical Breakdown and Cool Keith going into his horrorcore stuff, and I go on and on.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy, like, you know what I mean? You're gonna, you know what I mean, know everything about that shit. And, you know, all these young artists are not artists, but, you know, whoever, like, you know what I'm saying? All these youngins, they ain't gonna know none of that because they so disrespectful towards it. It's crazy. You gotta know your history, bro. That's one thing my boy always tell me too. He ain't no rapper or nothing, like, you know, he like rap and shit like that. Like, he always tell me, yo, you gotta know your history. You gotta know your history. Like, I'd be like, yeah, whatever, like, but he know I know my shit, you know what I'm saying? It's just funny, like, he just always says that shit. Like,
oh, you know it, because I hear it, and you just hear it in the rhymes. You were schooled by them. You were a student of the game. When you listen to those albums, you're a student of the game when you listen to those masterpieces. Those aren't some microwave album that comes out every Friday on the dot.
Yeah.
Those things were a lot of blood, sweat, and tears put into those albums. Prince of Darkness, Wanted Dead or Alive, Road to the Riches, and Heavy D, and all that stuff.
Took time. You know what I'm saying? Deadass, like we saying, it took time. Like, and like, it was masterpieces.
Yeah.
You know, and like literally like masterpieces. Like, you know what I mean? And like you said, these little microwave albums that they coming out with every week. Like it's crazy. Like, cause when they came out with the first X album, you know what I mean, or whatever. Like, you know what I mean?
It's Dark and Hell is Hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, when he came out, like 6-7 months later, you know what I mean? He dropped
Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes they don't even be letting these shits like just marinate. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, this shit dropped, I'm gonna drop this shit next month. It's like, damn, nigga, like let that shit rock first, like, you know what I mean, and then put out some shit after. It's like it's always the next thing, like, you know what I mean, like a lot of these albums are gonna go forgotten about because it's always to the next, you know, the next hottest thing, like, you know what I mean. You might have an album drop December 31st and January 7th, January 8th, the next, like, you know what I mean, like who knows how long these artists' albums really gonna be on, you know, on the billboards and shit like that and on the charts, because it's just everything's changed up so fast.
Right. I think that's the process that you're following is that same process of the masterpieces that were created. You take time with your work.
Yeah.
And it shows because you see these Lils and all these young kids out here, the things that drop on Fridays at 12, and I have to deal with some of them. I have to interview them to keep my audience happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
People that listen in at the university, we have different demographics that we have to deal with. But I'm always going to get back to the MC first, and what you release is 100 times better than them. And it's a shame what the industry has become. It's become a money machine.
Yep.
And there's no love for MCs as much as there was, if there was any. I doubt it, but that's why I'm here. I'm here to turn that around and make things better, make it easier for MCs to have a platform. I think it's not right. It's not right that the MCs are shut out. It's not right that the MCs don't get the same recognition. They should be played on radio. It's hip hop. It's an art form. The stuff that you do hear on the radio is not an art form. It's a bunch of nonsense that people are usually on probably pills and a bunch of other things listening to, but who knows? The youth doesn't have any taste in music. They like Future and LeBron James. Even though you like LeBron James, but they like him because he's a hype beast.
Yeah, facts.
It's the Future LeBron James era where I respect the Michael Jordan, Biggie Smalls era, Michael Jordan, Tupac era, whatever you want to put it there in that 90s MC.
Yeah, I get it, bro. Real talk. That's what you know. It's all about that. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, or shit. You could even say like the the Steph Curry.
The Steph Curry, yeah.
For real. Like, it's just, that's their era. That's what they want to do. Like, back in the day, like you said, Mike Jordan, he going to the rim, he going to bang on your ass. You know what I'm saying? You might shoot a 3 in your face. You know what I'm saying? Now you got the worst kid on the team shooting 13 threes a game.
Yeah.
You can't allow that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same shit, bro. You know
And there's no
saying?
post game anymore. There's no paint game. It's all. I watch the Knick games. I'm a huge Knick fan. I watch every Knick game. When you drive to the basket, you got to make them pay down there. You're letting them go in there like it's nothing, like it's a biddy game, like I'm watching a JBA game.
Yo, but the referees are at fault for that too, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they don't let nothing. You breathe on one of them motherfuckers the wrong way, they be like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like serious. Like, yo, by the way, did y'all get that W tonight? I was hoping y'all did.
I had the interview with you tonight. I'm probably gonna catch the highlights. I'm gonna look up the score while we're talking right now. I'm hoping we beat the Jazz. Did we win? We did win. We won 112 to 100.
That's what's up.
That's what's crazy. Let's go. Knicks tape. I love my Knicks.
Julius Randle, not bad. 30, 16, and 7.
The Knicks, man. I love seeing my Knicks win. Yeah, I've been a Knicks fan since I was I really started like becoming a Knicks fan when I was in probably like 4th grade, because that's when I started playing basketball. When I was in 4th grade, I was a Knicks fan, but I was like, Kobe's always my favorite player of all time. I love Kobe Bryant, but the Knicks were my basketball team. If I had to have a favorite Knick of all time, as much as I love Melo, I love J.R. Smith on the Knicks. When he was 6th man of the year, he was dunking on he dunked on LeBron.
Hell yeah, that was my G. I remember I think he was in like China or something like that.
Yeah, he came over from China. He played for the Denver Nuggets. Then when he was on the Knicks, he was a beast on the Knicks.
Yeah, facts. Oh yeah, because it was a season when a bunch of y'all was hurt over there in New York.
Yep.
Sick, game winners and all that shit.
And it was around the Jeremy Lin era when he came over.
Yep, that was I think that was the year when he won the 6th man.
That was the year after. He won the year after, actually. When Jeremy Lin was off, it was the 2012-2013 season. He came over, won 6th man of the year, and then after that, it plummeted because we had Phil Jackson come in. He was probably the greatest NBA coach of all time, but worst president, executive, general manager.
Yo, not for nothing. He is definitely the worst president ever. Remember, he was falling asleep at the fucking games and shit.
With the workouts when they were going to be drafting. Unbelievable, man. But he also made executive decisions for the Lakers too. And I'm sorry, as much as the success he had at the Lakers as an executive, he ruined it with the Knicks. Dolan gave him all that money, and he just sat there and just retired. He retired with the money in his pocket. He's like, I'm getting paid. I'm just going to secretly retire. Falling asleep at workouts, not doing anything to make the team better.
That was horrible, yo.
It was horrible. Some of the worst years as a Knicks fan. Horrible.
I'm not going to lie to you. Like, a lot of people feel like he's the best, coach of all time. I kind of like disagree with that, though.
It could be Greg Popovich.
Yeah.
The Spurs.
Yeah. I think so, just because like of what he had to work with versus what Phil had.
Phil had Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman,
Kobe and Shaq.
Yeah, Kobe and Shaq.
Karl Malone, Gary Payton.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I think he had like 1 year or something, ended their careers and shit. But still, he had, you know what I mean? He had him. But, Pop had Tim Duncan, Ginobili, and
Tony Parker.
And David Robinson.
The Admiral. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Admiral. Yep. Bob Horry, one of the clutches. You know what I mean? But still, like, I don't think that 5 is going to beat the other 5 over there. You know what I mean? With Mike, Kobe, Shaq, Blase, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, you go either way with that. You know what I'm saying? I think they were just both great at what they did, and they're both great in their own separate way. Like, you know what I mean? Like Phil probably, I don't know. You could compare the two. Maybe you can't compare the two. Who knows? They're both great coaches.
Yep. Definitely great coaches. I'm glad the Knicks won. I puts an extra kick in my step at 10:45 p.m. here tonight. I mean, my Knicks won. I'm so glad that they won. I want to see them get back in the playoffs because I have no hope with my teams. I'm a Jet fan, a Met
Oh
fan.
gosh, bro.
It's torture.
The Jets. Oh gosh. My little godbrother is a Jet fan. I be always, fucking with him about
Yeah,
them.
God bless them. God bless them. I should have listened when my parents told me when I was like 3 when I picked the Jets. They were like, "You're setting yourself up for a lifetime of disappointment." They were right.
Yeah, you would have picked the Giants. You would have had 2.
Yeah, I would have had 2. I would have had 2 rings. I'm banking on the Mets to get better here. I'm banking on the Nets or even the Knicks. Something.
Yeah, they were supposed to. The Mets were supposed to win like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, in 2015, we should have
Right.
beat the Royals, and Familia and Harvey blew that game.
Crazy. That was 5 years ago already. Shit.
Time passes. I think I was a junior. Yeah, I was a junior in high school at that point because I was rocking the Mets coat. I got a nasty Mets coat. You might know the place in South Norwalk, Point A to B. Used to be there.
Yeah. Yep.
That was my spot. Shout out to B.
By the movies, right?
Yeah, it was there.
Yeah.
Mainport.
Yep.
It was right next to Mainport. I used to go get the fried chicken there next door and the sandwiches. Yeah, Point A to B. They had the fire clothes in there. I remember I went in there. They had a nasty Met jacket. I had to grab that. That was nasty.
Yeah, they definitely had a bunch of shit there. Like a lot of this team sports shit, all that. You know what I'm saying?
Mixtapes. He had Jordan retros, snapbacks, anything you wanted in there. A post game. I remember the post game clothing I used to get from there.
Yeah, word. Yep. And like the hockey jerseys and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had some fire shit in there, bro. Matter of fact, they had this Laker joint in there. I remember. It was
they did?
Yeah, it was fire, bro. It was like I think it was like a Lakers like baseball jersey.
Oh yeah, I think they did have they started getting the baseball jerseys in there.
Yeah, them shits was fire. Definitely. I think it was a Lakers one though. Like you know how they be making like the crossovers and shit.
Yeah, the starter is doing that. I remember they had a Knicks one. I didn't get it though. Should have, but
you should have. You know, that's the old school goats right there. Them starters. Whew.
I have a ton of starter jackets. My closet's full of them. My goals by the time I reach a certain point when you're 50, you're going to be looking like you're going through midlife crisis. I want to get every NBA and NFL starter. That's a goal of mine. I got a lot, but
that might be a goal of mine too. I might just swagger jack a little bit, bro, because I'm in love with them shit. So.
Yeah. What's your favorite starter jacket?
Yo, not for nothing, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Probably my favorite one is probably the Raiders.
That's fire. Is it with the patch?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's fire.
But the Jet shit, y'all shit was fire back in the day. That green and white, it's something about that green and white, yo.
Yeah, green and white is nasty.
Yeah, that shit is nasty, bro. Like, dead ass, like, that shit is fire. I was talking to my cousin the other day, because he is a Jets fan. And, yo, he had, like, this Jet beanie on.
Was it the 80s logo with the airplane?
Nah, it was the new logo, but this shit was fire. Like, you know what I mean? It was fire. He had that shit on. Like, I was like, yo, shit is hot, bro. Like,
that's fire.
Yeah. So y'all can get, I might sell some of those if y'all can win a few games, man.
Yeah. I don't see that anytime in the near future. I hope next year maybe they fired Adam Gase, got him out of there.
Yeah, they definitely. I like Darnold too.
Okay, so this is where I differ with you. I hate Darnold. I hated him as soon as I say this every time on my show when I have the callers call in or I'm doing my other show, another show, mainly sports. I didn't like him at USC. He had fumbling issues. Really, he was great his freshman year. He had a great Rose Bowl performance. But as soon as he came to the Jets, he really didn't have that much progress, despite he didn't have any talent around him. He didn't have a great coach, but you're supposed to see something from him. I never saw anything that I liked.
I see what you're saying. Like, because you know who kind of reminds me of him, but better? despite him having a great number one receiver, Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert from the Chargers, yeah.
Yeah, he has who we got over there?
Mike Williams.
Mike Williams and light skin dude.
I know.
Keenan Allen.
Yeah, Keenan Allen. You're right.
I mean, so he got got the tight end over there too. Hunter Henry.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So he got a few weapons over there that he could actually throw the ball to, but Mike Williams and Keenan Allen, I don't think they played every game this season. And
yeah.
He made it do, he made it work, you know what I mean, without them when he didn't have them. So I don't know. I feel like Justin Herbert may be a better, Sam. I like the Sam, I'm a Steelers fan. So, I like the whole big QB type of, Big Ben, you know what I mean? So I was like, damn, Sam Darnold kind of might remind me of something like Big Ben, but
yeah,
Justin Herbert, he looking like that dude right now. You might have to give him Rookie of the Year.
He is. I think he might be. The Steelers are probably going to knock off the Browns this Sunday. The coach has tested positive for COVID. A bunch of other players in the organization. Just when you thought the Browns might have some success and light at the end of the tunnel, they got to deal with this. But the Steelers, I think, are going to rack up that win. I get that Ben Roethlisberger. I don't know.
We'll get to the second round, but that's when it gets a little, you know what I mean? Because I feel like if we get to the second round after this weekend or whatever, and then we got to play the Bills.
I hate the Bills. Bills.
They're fucking nasty.
They are nasty. I hate the Bills, though. As a Jet fan, I hate the Bills.
Yeah, got to.
I hate them more than the Patriots. The Patriots, they've really gone downhill. That team, I
know you loving that shit.
That's been a long time in the making, and the Bills, I hate. That's my new hatred of a football team. The Bills. I didn't like them when we were supposed to go to the playoffs in, was it 2015, and we were supposed to win that last game. Fitzpatrick came out through 3 interceptions, which that's pretty much what all he's good at. And Eric Decker had a bad game. I think Brandon Marshall dropped a touchdown pass in the end zone. Yeah, this wasn't a good game. I haven't liked the Bills at all.
I know, bro. I know.
I'm banking on the Steelers, though. I'm not a Lamar Jackson fan.
I'm not really either. Like, I know he's nice, but I'm not really on the hype train. I tell you what, hype train, I ain't gonna lie to you that I did bandwagon on Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, Pat Mahomes, yeah, he's good.
Yo, he's something special, bro. And Travis Kelce is fucking a beast. You know what I mean? And
you
got the cheetah out there, Tyreek Hill. Like,
yep.
They got the wild, crazy running game. You know what I mean? They got Le'Veon Bell and they got what's the rookie? Clyde Edwards, Hilaire, whatever the fuck. Like they got it at every position. They got Sammy Watkins in the W2. You know what I mean? McCole Hardman. Like,
they're stacked.
It's every weapon you need. You know what I mean? I feel like the Buccaneers are the same way over here in the NFC. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like the Buccaneer. That's one of my favorite starters. I have the 90s Buccaneer logo with the pirate with the sword in the mouth.
Yeah, that's a nasty starter right there, too.
Yeah, I got that one. That's fine. That's one of my favorites. I got the throwback hat, too.
Yep. That shit is fucking cool. I see the Jets joint right there in the back. I don't know.
Yeah, I got a jet pillow. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see the Jets right there. I just seen the Jets joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Bro, talk, bro. But yeah, man, it's a lot of nice shit out there, man. You know what I mean? I definitely gotta get it. They used to have the starter factory in New Haven.
Yeah, it was in New Haven because you look at all the starter jackets. It doesn't say it on the new ones, but I have a couple throwback ones from the 90s that I found over the years. I have a Dolphin one, and it says that they were made in New Haven. If you look inside the tags, those are classics.
Yo, classic, bro. Like, I remember when I was young, bro. Like, my people was, we from Norway, but, we used to come up from New Haven, Bridgeport areas, go shopping, Saturdays, Sundays and shit.
Yeah.
And we used to stop by there. My people used to go in there, be like, yo, I want everything in here. Like, I would never shut that shit down, bro. That shit was, you would have had a fucking blast in that motherfucker.
I had to grab everything. It's like,
Yeah,
I wish they made stores like that. I go into the Trumbull Mall, Eblin. Sometimes they have some nice stuff.
yeah. Facts. They be having some shit in there like the retro jerseys and shit like that. I remember, I forgot which store it was. I think it was a store in what's that part of New York? Man, it's that big ass mall. They got like
Palisades Mall.
yeah, Palisades Mall. It's like third, fourth floor or whatever up top and
Mm-hmm.
shit, bro. They had this was way before Kobe passed away. It's probably like 2015. Like that. Matter of fact, it might have been the year that he retired, 2015,
Wow.
2016.
Mm-hmm.
They had the vintage 8 jersey, but like I think it was like his rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like it wasn't like that yellow. It was like the dark like mustard yellow almost like.
Oh yeah, I know what you're
You
talking
know what I'm
about.
talking about? Yeah,
Yeah,
it wasn't really like the bright yellow. Like it was like that
I like the
dark.
mustard one better.
That shit is flame,
Yep.
bro. It's like maybe a little lighter purple. You know what I'm saying? I think it might have been like a little lighter purple too. You know what I'm saying? The color
Yep.
wasn't as dark as it is now, but that shit was going for like $500-600. You know what I'm saying? I can only imagine what it's going for now. You know what I mean,
Probably
bro?
double or triple.
Yeah,
By
most
then,
definitely.
it's a double. It's double or triple.
Yeah, I'm watching the game right now too. Everybody got the Kobe. You can't even really get those shits like that no
Yeah,
more. You
Kobe
know?
sneakers. I wanted to get my hands on the Grinches. I saw that on the
What?
Kicks on Fire app. I was looking
Yo,
at them, and I went to go and try to get them, and it's sold out. I'm not surprised, but the sneakers app it really
yo,
hasn't been that great this year. But I think it's because everyone's trapped in their houses and trying to stay home as much as possible with the pandemic.
yeah.
So they're just buying things, and now that everyone's home on the phones, it's
Not for nothing
can't get
too.
sneakers anymore.
I seen Vanessa. She put up a post. I'm a real like Kobe's are my favorite sneakers, and the
Mm-hmm.
Grinches, bro. Fucking love them shits. And I was trying to get them shits on Christmas Eve too that morning, but
Yeah.
they sold out in like a minute or two. Like you know what I mean. So I was reading some posts. I think Vanessa, his wife, you know what I mean, had posted. She was like that there was a shortage of Kobe's. You know what I mean. I guess they just really didn't make that many of them. Like you know what I mean. And it's just been so much of a high demand on them. You know what I mean? They weren't able to really give out as many, but I guess she said like they're trying to, fix that problem with Nike now. She's working with Nike and they're trying to produce like a mass amount of them so everybody could, finally start getting their hands on some and shit. So hopefully within this year they start making more of them.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the LeBron 10s. I like the LeBron 10s. KD 5s were nasty, but I did like the Kobe 8s, the Kobe 9s, the
They
Kobe 7s. I like the Kobe's a lot.
those are my favorite pair of sneakers. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I think they're the most comfortable pair of sneakers like ever. Like, just all Kobe's. If I could wear Kobe's every day, I'll wear Kobe's every day.
Yeah, Kobe's, those are out of the Nike line. Kobe's were probably my favorite too. But my
Yeah.
favorite sneaker of all time, I really like wearing Ewing's.
Oh my God, those are classics.
Yeah.
Classics, bro. Oh yeah, and you're a Knicks fan too, so that makes sense. Yeah,
Yep.
those is classics for you, bro. And I liked about them. They had every different flavor. You know what I'm saying? They had like
Yep.
a different rock flavor units. Them shits was my boy had them shits too. Them shits
Yeah,
was
the
nasty.
brown and green. I got those.
Yeah, yep. Them shits is fire. Definitely, those shits is fire right there. Love units, bro. Yeah, I see they trying to make I think Master P owns Reebok now,
Yeah, he
right?
does.
They trying to make AI the poster boy.
Oh, that would be fire.
Yeah, I
Because they're
think they
always coming out with the questions.
feel me. They
Yeah.
got like the most popular, pair of Reeboks probably ever made is the AIs. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So why not make the nigga the motherfucking poster boy for that?
You should do
So
that.
I think he about to have that bag coming soon too. Salute to him, definitely.
Yep. I want to get back to you though. What does it mean to be from South Norwalk, especially from Connecticut, and put Connecticut on the map?
Honestly, to me, it's like it's dope because the size of it all. Like we like literally like one of the smallest parts like on the map. You know what I'm saying? And just to know that, you know, people out there actually, you know, acknowledge and see, you know, that you're actually working and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like out of everybody else, like, you know what I mean? It's just dope. Like, you know what I mean? Just getting acknowledged, period. Like, it don't matter really where you from. Like, you know what I mean? Especially just seeing people, you know, from your own state or whatever, just rock with you or whatever. Like, it's dope. Like, it's a dope feeling. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Who really doesn't want that at the end of the day? Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody wants to be liked or loved or whatever. Like,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? So, if you're, especially when it's, you know, you're doing what you love to do, you know what I mean? You got people rocking with you from your hometown and from your home state or whatever. It's just dope to see people, you know. So I just, you know, I'm real humble about it. I've always been humble. Everybody could ever, you know what I'm saying, tell you that, you know what I mean? So I just do and stay in my lane and just do me, like, you know what I mean? Really, like, you know what I mean? I don't really try to, you know, be online with all the talking. I'm the best.
Yeah, like the new rappers do. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's far from me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you should see this shit. Like, it's kind of almost sad. People be having, like, you know, little debates about like who top 5 or like who top 10 and top 20. And it's like, yo, like, I see my name come up, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't, you know what I'm saying? But it's not even really about that to me. It's more so about like why are y'all making the top 20 of like who best in Connecticut, like when nobody not even really on like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it just don't make sense to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like what is that? I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like a little weird to me. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, okay, you know what I mean? I don't know, bro. It's just like it seems like everybody sometimes just worries about trying to be, you know, the best out here or have the most clout out here. And that could be a reason why we not on too. Because people start to get a little clout on here and then they think that they, you know what I'm saying, the king or whatever, but you still not on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Yeah.
you know what I mean? So people, you know, they probably start getting a little clout and they fall back from the hustle a little bit because maybe they think that they got all the clout, but you realize it's just Connecticut or just Norwalk, it's just Bridgeport. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, like, you know what I mean? It's, people get a little bit of clout, bro. You know, they think they got the world in their hand, bro. But that's what it's all about nowadays, anyway. So
Yeah, of course, that's how the new generation is.
man,
I saw the copies that you had of the newspaper. South Norwalk rapper Kap Leone signs his first deal. I mean,
ain't gonna be the last one.
that's not going to be the last one, of course.
Nah.
It's not going to be the last one.
Um,
But what does that piece of newspaper mean to you? And that's like an antique. That's like a trophy.
Yeah, it definitely is, and that's kind of more so how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? It's like a piece of hardware. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Just got an NBA player that, you know, they won the championship. You know what I mean? I think of it as a not more so as a championship because I would value the championship as like a #1 album or like, you know, a real, you know, classic album or, you know, meaningful album. That would be like my championship. But I take that as maybe like a all-star selection or most improved player. You know what I'm saying? Like I take that, you know, that's cool to have, but when you win the league, what's the main objective to win a championship, right? Like, so that's really more so what I'm pushing for. You know what I'm saying? I just want I had that one album where motherfuckers could go back and be like don't even matter if it's 1 or 2. I really just want that one. You know what I'm saying? When
Yeah.
people
And you can get that one. You can get that
yeah,
one.
you know what I mean? So yeah, you know, it's an award, you know what I mean? Like, and I, you know, real humble about it, you know what I mean? I know people that would have rode that shit to the fucking tires fell off, like, you know what I'm saying? If that was dumb if they was in that position, you know what I'm saying? They still probably would have been posting that shit to this day, and here
Yeah,
we
be
are.
posting it every day, all day, every day. I'm this, and then you're too busy putting energy into that when you could be in the studio getting that next article in the newspaper.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's like, yeah, it's like cool. You know what I mean? Like, I know a lot of people would have took that and just that would have been it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and like, oh shit, I got this. Oh well, I'm this now, so you know what I mean. But nah, I don't even look at it like that. Like even when that shit happened, like I never even said word about any of that shit. Like weeks following up, you know what I mean? Because I'm the type of person, you know what I mean. I really like to reveal shit until shit is set in stone and shit is solidified. You know what I mean? So it's cool. It was cool, bro. It was a cool moment in life. A lot of shit was going on in my life at the time. Whole lot of changes was going on in my life at the time. So it was just a little form of happiness for me to, just celebrate throughout, all the turmoil and shit like that. So it took my mind off of what was really fucking with me and bothering me. You know what I mean? But every time it's something good happens, here comes the negative. You know what I mean?
Of course. That's how it always is. And it's about rebounding and fighting through that negativity to get back to the positive.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Absolutely. So,
and you do that.
Yeah. I got to. You know what I mean? I got no other choice, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Any upcoming visuals for your album at all? Because the visuals are a big thing part of artists out here now. They do numbers, World Star. You see the garbage on there. But any visuals from you, I think that would be huge for Connecticut.
Yeah, facts. Honestly, I probably want to shoot. I want to shoot so many videos for it, like, because I don't know. I might make it into a movie. I haven't really decided.
That's fire. That's fire.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, I might just put it all together and just do it like that. Yeah, I might just make it like a 20-minute movie or something like that, and just have certain parts of each song, you know what I mean, incorporated within the actual script or whatever the fuck, however I'm gonna do it. But we definitely have the visuals coming, because some of these songs I hear is too nasty for me not to even have any visuals for it. But yeah, we definitely gonna have some visuals for it. At least 5. You know what I'm saying? At least 5. You know what I mean? But I can't wait for that too. I'm just waiting for everything to drop. You know what I'm saying? I honestly wish it was, it's a little open outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just wish great, because it's only so much you can really do. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. We're gonna work on. I might have my boy come down and start recording and getting some shit together and throw it out there.
That would be fire.
I got my new project after this Overtime Deluxe. You know what I'm saying? That should come out looking at probably like sometime in the first quarter, probably like maybe like early, like second, third week of March.
Oh, that'd be fire. That's gonna be fire too. You got to come back on once you got that one coming back. I got to come back on the show. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, facts. That's gonna be the Smoke Tape 3.
That's gonna be fire.
Yeah, that shit is gonna be crazy. That's the one when I was telling you I was trying like some new shit with it. You know what I mean?
With the different sounds.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I honestly think it's gonna be better than Overtime. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I got some crazy shit I'm cooking that up, bro. That's what I've been working on. You know what I mean? Like, once one is done, I'm on to the next. Like I told you, like, you know what I mean? I'm always working on the next thing. So that shit is gonna be done within like the next like month maybe, and then ready to go by the second, third week of March. I want to release like the second, third week of March, because my first solo mixtape that I released, it was like March like 15th, 20th, some shit like that, between that, like 8 years ago. So it's salute, you know what I'm saying, anniversary of the Smoke Tape 1, you know what I'm saying, which was my first official solo mixtape.
That's on SoundCloud?
Nah, yo, that's on might be on that. It's on Dat Piff.
It's on Dat Piff.
Yeah, I mean,
datpiff.com world premiere.
Yeah, that's all that old shit. You know what I mean? Like, this was like 8, 9, 10 years ago. Like, I got shit on Dat Piff from like 11 years ago. That shit just fell off, kind of. Like, mixtape game really did, pretty sure you remember back
Oh,
then.
I remember the mixtape, the fabulous summer shootouts and all that. I
Yeah,
remember the mixtapes were going, No Ceilings 3, No Ceilings 2. I said No
yeah,
Ceilings 3, that just came out. No Ceilings Lil Wayne,
yup.
the
The
Juicy J
droughts,
mixtapes, the Wiz Khalifa tapes, the Mac Miller tapes.
currencies.
Currency, yeah, I used to drop all those instrumental ones.
Action Bronson.
Action Bronson was good.
Who else? Fucking ASAP.
ASAP Rocky, yeah.
Yeah. Earl Sweatshirt, that's my guy.
Yeah. Dat Piff used to have some fire on there.
Yeah, man. I mean, they still do. Like, if you want, you know what I mean, Coke Boys, French Montana, like all that.
All the Coke Boy stuff. Yeah, that's
yeah, man.
Rest in peace
like,
to Chinks too. Crazy.
Yo, that was the only other time that I actually like shed tears like for a
Celebrity.
Celebrity or whatever. Like it was Kobe and Chinks. Like I remember I was in I think I was in Texas. Like I think my sister said that shit. Like I was asleep on the couch or something. Like she just said that shit. Like I just woke up on my sleep. Like what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like that shit just like I don't know. Like you know what I mean? It's crazy just seeing a artist that's just getting on. And around then too, it wasn't like we were seeing that a lot. Like rappers, you know what I'm saying? Like dying and shit like that. And,
yeah, now it's getting worse and worse and worse. Then it wasn't as frequent.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And if they were getting killed, a lot of them, were already like solidified and shit like that. You know what I mean? Not saying that makes it any better, but
yeah,
it'd be the ones that are on the come up nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like that are right there, just about to get there, and then they just get cut short. Like you know what I mean? And you could name so many of them like within like the last like 2-3 years, like Nip. You know what I'm saying? Pop Smoke, XXX. Like you know what I'm saying? What's the other? Fucking
King Von.
You know what I'm saying? Like they all be like right there. Like you could, it's just like literally like one hit away from, you know what I'm saying? Like being where they supposed to really, really be at. Like, you know what I mean? They got that superstardom, but now they about to really become, you know what I mean? Like, just, like house acts, like, you know what I'm saying? And then it just get cut short in the side, man.
It is. It is. I hope things get better with that. There's a lot of things that are just terrible out here in the game and in the world. Just hope things improve and people learn from situations and everything improves.
Yeah, that's all we could really do, bro. You know what I mean?
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. And, try to, spread the word and, just do the things that we feel that we supposed to do and how, live the right way that we supposed to live and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully they'll follow suit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I think it will. Cap, is there anything else that you'd like to let the audience know here tonight? Your listeners, anything?
Yeah, man. Just, to all my listeners, my audience, my fans, I love you all. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all fucking with me. I fucks with y'all 100%. Nothing but love. You know what I mean? Overtime Deluxe Friday, man. You know what I mean? Look out for that. Enjoy it. Vibe with it. I love you all once again.
No doubt. Cap, I appreciate you coming on. You're doing a lot for Norwalk, South Norwalk. More importantly, as I'm from there, that's home always. Connecticut, putting it on the map. I gave you the stamp. You're the next up in Connecticut. I believe that. All the artists that I've tuned into, you're next. You're the only one that can be next. I don't see anyone else out here right now. Right now, if you're listening and tuned in, especially if you're tuned in from different parts of the world, other DJs, this is the guy from Connecticut. Start branching out to Connecticut, different places, especially in the tri-state area. Connecticut's important. We really don't have that much of a sound. We've had some artists come out of here, not too many, but I believe in Cap. Cap's the next one. Dope lyricist, dope music, SoundCloud, all that. Go check it out. Kap Leone on SoundCloud. Overtime Deluxe drop this Friday, 1/8. Mark your calendars. You're gonna hear dope hip hop, real hip hop, lyrics, content, all that, and that's pretty much it. Make sure everyone go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure subscribe. and Sports and Hip Hop with DJ Mad Max, WSJU, St. John's University. You know what it is. Cap, tell them where they can follow you on Instagram and all that.
You already know. Kap, KAP _ Leone, LEONE. Simple and plain. Instagram, Twitter. Follow your boy, man. Appreciate you, Max, bro.
No doubt, Cap. We're going to be doing another interview once you drop the next project. I'll be looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to hearing what you got dropping on Friday. I'll be tuned in. And yeah, man, take care and stay safe out here, all right?
I always appreciate you one more time, bro. And you already know we're going to be back, bro.
No doubt.
We do the same, brother. I'm going to talk to you, bro.
No doubt. Peace.